Perfect. Okay.
Hey!
All right, here's the new version for the thumbnail. Show image is fine. I'm not changing the show image, but the thumbnail one, I just wanted to add a little extra something. There you go. Okay. We actually have a pretty nice cast today. This is good. I'm here, Fidel's here, Shofu's here, Tito, McDareth, Coase, Vera. Very nice. Got a nice solid group.
I'm packing as we speak.
You're packing to come here.
I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I misunderstood what you said for a second. Yes.
Oh, whoa.
I thought you said you were packing. I was like, packing
That
what?
too. That too. That,
Hey, yo!
hey, yo.
I was like, what are you doing?
What does he mean by that?
I know,
That
that's
too,
why I
but
was
it's not the
confused.
point,
I was
man.
confused. Yeah. It's going to be fun.
We
Going
started.
to undisclosed thing. I think so. Shofu's live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we roll the intro?
No, we did not.
That's what I meant.
Oh, no.
Bro, I don't,
Advent, thanks for the 76 months,
I
bro.
don't roll the intro the moment the stream goes live, bro. I gotta wait for
Gotta let some people get in here first.
Bro, I just got back from using the washroom. My bad.
Oh, I didn't know you were gone. I'm dead.
You're all good.
Damn, what a dick.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
What? Sometimes you just be sitting there not saying shit. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Hey, you would know a lot about that, wouldn't you, buddy?
Yeah,
Oh.
I know all about it. You motherfuckers be talking about goddamn Sonic every week. Fuck
You
Sonic,
motherfucker.
bro.
We have something to talk about regarding Sonic, though. You got a lot of stuff to talk about.
No, I tell you, there's actually some Sonic stuff. So
Yeah, we have
Wait.
quite a bit.
this show
Wait,
and next
Shofu.
show. So buckle up.
Chauffeur,
Hard
are you
cut to
coming with us to the theater?
He said,
Wait.
buckle up,
Wait. Oh, I understand. Wait, never mind.
No, the
Yeah, you're right.
20th.
Yes,
Buckle
correct.
up.
On the
Buckle up
20th,
is
the only
crazy.
time we're seeing it. Correct. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Right. Correct.
Chauffeur,
I
are you
got
gonna
very
join?
confused
Bro, I
for
have
a
no idea what
second.
you're talking about.
Okay,
Sonic
Sonic
movie.
You're not gonna go
In
see
LA
Sonic with them,
In
show?
LA, I booked the theater on the
Are you
20th
invited?
to watch the sign. I'm inviting you.
Of course you're invited. What are you?
Bro, no.
Come on.
He's asked me if I'm going as if I knew about this prior
No,
to
no.
this moment.
Okay, no, I'm actually even going. I'm telling you to come.
Hey, yo. Hey,
Oh, okay,
Yo!
all right. I'm telling you to join.
Yo!
Oh my god.
Hey, yo, hey.
Yo, Fidel, can you make
Hey,
can you make a
yo.
good mac and cheese?
No.
You ugly motherfucker.
What the heck?
What the
No,
fuck?
no,
He's right. He's right.
Don't worry, Fidel. I'll give you my recipe. It's a winning recipe. Don't worry.
Thank you, bro.
Very
Thank
good.
You. Thank you.
All right, let me click this. Reactions. Man, that really was a good Game Awards, though. I feel like that's got to be one of the best one in like.
But
ever.
you talk about it when we start the show.
I will. I will. I'm just looking. I'm looking. I know. Sorry. I'm just looking at some stuff, and I was like, man, this was a very good one.
You know, Fidel can't. Oh, true. The chicken incident, right?
Bro, holy shit.
The multiple
Now we
chicken
gotta-
incidents.
What happened with chicken?
I just
We
can't.
gotta
I
He
can't
said
save it.
turkey
Now we
and
gotta-
chicken were the same.
Who said that?
Fidel,
Fidel.
dumbass.
Fidel, stupid ass.
Well, hold
Then
on,
there
all
was
right,
also
I'll
the
be
whole
my answer.
unseasoned chicken
Yeah,
incident.
that's what I was
Oh,
talking
that I
about.
remember. Oh yeah. Okay.
Adele doesn't even
Bro,
put salt and pepper on his chicken, bro. He just fucking
I
lets that
do
shit
remember
go.
that whole
Raw dog
conversation.
chicken, bro.
The turkey and chicken, they're in the same family, bro.
They're
Bro.
definitely not. They're not.
Doesn't-
They're not.
I mean, they taste the
They're not.
same.
They're both birds, but they taste nothing alike.
No,
Yeah.
it's not true. They
Okay,
don't taste
okay.
nothing
See,
alike.
now
They
you're
taste
going. Now
nothing
you're
alike.
going. You're going too far in the other direction. Chicken and turkey
No,
are
but-
absolutely similar. Don't say they taste.
No, but
nothing
they do
alike.
not taste. They do not taste
They're
alike
similar.
at all.
They're
Turkey is
similar
very
in some
distinct
ways,
taste.
bro. No, they're not that distinct. Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Exactly.
Turkey
That's not
chicken
what the fuck
versus
you're saying.
turkey.
See, no, this is what we're not
Okay,
gonna do.
well,
We need to stop with these extremes. We're not gonna act like turkey and chicken ain't fucking similar.
They're both birds, but they do not
They're
taste
really
the same.
not
They're
that similar.
No. They're similar enough. It's
God
not,
is good?
It's not a crazy comparison.
God
is
is
what I'm
good?
saying.
No, this is not a God is good
Now
moment.
Fidel,
God is good?
Fidel not knowing the difference is insane. Like,
I didn't know. I did not know, bro.
That's crazy.
It's like, shit, man.
No, stop it. You're done.
I can't believe it.
Bro, you've been to Disneyland 57 times. You ain't never had a turkey leg?
No,
You've never had the big ass turkey leg from Disneyland.
no, I haven't. I'd like to
This
actually.
is crazy.
And I'm guessing
Nice
you never had
chicken.
Where the
fried
hell
turkey.
Aru at, man?
I don't know, bro. She
She's
she
for
might
sure had
do
the
that
big ass
stuff.
turkey leg.
You might
Right,
be,
she be munching.
be there and
Definitely.
swear.
She a real eater.
I love turkey leg.
How was the square thing?
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. We actually won a. We technically Reagan won it, and then I just get to keep it. But we won a mouse pad that's signed by Tetsuya Nomura, which is kind of cool. It's like an Ever Crisis mouse pad thing, and it's big. It's like one of the ones that goes across the whole length of the table. Really cool.
Fire.
Cool stuff. So we did that, and then they had like boba for us, and we got to meet the developers, and like the voice of Barrett was there. It was fun. We had a good time. We had a good time. It was a fun little event. Fun little event. This is kind of crazy.
The dichotomy of man in chat with that comment. Yes, that's crazy.
What was the comment in chat?
Soprati said, "Yeah, I won the Sephiroth figure, but I gave the Aura because her birthday is tomorrow." Then her reply was, "W man's simp and cool."
What?
So just like this back and forth.
Oh yeah, I
on,
did meet Prodigy. I literally met Prodigy today. What's up, Prodigy? Hello. I didn't see you in the chat. Prodigy was very nice.
You know, it would be nice if we start this damn fucking.
I'm ready to go.
All right, yeah.
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 Fidel, act like you're more miserable and then say, look at the hard cam and say, we'll be right back with more Japan time.
We'll be right back with more Japan time.
Give it a second and give it a second. Oh, no, you're good. No, you can come in. You're good. But you,
I can't come in.
no. We'll be right back with more Japan time.
What is going on, everybody? Rogers Base here, and welcome to the Japan Time podcast for December 13th, 2024. We know this is a little bit of a weird one. Normally we go live on Mondays, every other Monday, in fact, but we've been busy. We're getting to the end of the year. Some of us are going to some special events, and so we're not quite able to do the show on Monday. So we figured instead of waiting till next week, we're just going to do the show today because the Game Awards were yesterday, and we have a lot of stuff to discuss. Now, joining me, of course, I have my co-host. You know him, the one, the only, creator of the award-winning Pokemon Cypher series on YouTube. We've got Shofu. What is going on, Shofu? How are you feeling now that the Cypher's been out for a while?
Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
Fantastic. And what did Kaya cook up for you? You didn't think I was going to go there.
Answer correctly.
There's actually a very
She
simple
didn't
answer
cook-
to this.
She didn't cook me shit, bro.
She didn't cook you anything?
Not a
Well, she should have
goddamn
cooked you some turkey so you could school Fidel on whether or not turkey is the same thing as chicken. And actually, Fidel, I have something very special for you that I'm going to put in the podcast
Yes.
call. I went on
Ooh.
Google, typed in Fidel the turkey, Sonic the Hedgehog style, and got this. This is the image. So this is you as a turkey in the Sonic the Hedgehog style.
This is disgusting.
Who did this?
I literally just typed in Fidel the turkey, Sonic the Hedgehog style on Google, and that's what came up.
Oh, hell no. Bro, it's not me, man.
It looks like
That's
it could
not
be you.
me. No, bro, get it away.
All right. Well, while you're getting that away, you know what? Someone who sometimes we say get away from us, but actually we love him. We've got McDareth. What's up, McDareth? How are you?
Fucking come to me with this bullshit. I'm doing fine, man.
Well, I said a nice thing. I didn't say anything bad.
Yeah, okay. Anyway,
I said we're
doing
welcoming.
good.
No. But I want it on the record stated
Uh-huh.
that we're welcoming you this week, right? There's not that
Yeah,
much
welcome to
Sonic
the actor.
discussion.
Sometimes he said,
I'm not
get
going
away
to
from me.
spoil
And then
you.
he's like, no, but you can actually come around.
Right,
But other times,
right.
yeah, get away.
But I'm saying that's a good. Well, sometimes we do say get away from me. You're the one who said stranger danger to my girlfriend at the Japan Time
Bro,
dinner.
it was
All
a
right, so
joke.
what's that?
Why are
Right,
you
but
still
said
bringing
it.
this up?
I'm just saying,
That
you
was
said
a
it.
joke. I get it. I'm very serious a lot of the time. It was a joke. It was not meant seriously. Apologize to Reagan if she took it seriously. It was a joke.
All right. I'll make sure to let her know that. Someone who's not a joke, though. Someone who is in fact a very serious man. We have Coastward. What is up, Coast?
Hey, Nintendo gamer.
How you feeling? You playing Marvel
Dude.
Rivals right now?
I'm having an excellent time playing hashtag Marvel Rivals. Guys, check it out. MarvelRivals.com. Play for free now. Yeah, that's it.
Hashtag
much
free
they paying
game,
you, bro?
Hashtag free
Yeah,
products.
right.
I
Where's
actually
my-
cannot
where's my
disclose that.
cut, bro? What the fuck?
I can't disclose it.
Yes, you can.
I
That would
actually
actually be
cannot
kind of
disclose
sick.
Where's
If we
my
got
cut?
Marvel Rivals to sponsor the show, that would be kind of cool, actually. We could probably do it because of Aru.
What does that mean?
Also, Reagan heard me from the other room and Discorded me because she was going to have me order food during the show. And she just said, tell them that I am stranger danger. They better not accept any candy or they'll get in my van or else.
I'm never gonna live this.
She
shit.
literally said, this is
never
actually
gonna live it
crazy. She said they better not accept any candy or get in my van or else. And then she wrote hashtag never forget. So that is
You
that
two
is
are
kind of
perfect for each other.
crazy.
I'll
That
just say that.
clearly,
Absolutely
you know,
perfect. Fair
someone
enough.
else who's perfect for this show. We've got Tito. What's going on, Tito? How you feeling?
I feel vindicated. I feel justified that all is right with the world. You know what I'm saying? That there truly are people with taste in this world. That's how I feel.
That's right. And of course we know that because the person with the most exquisite taste
Talk
is
to him.
our one and only resident gentleman, Viram. What is up, Viram?
I am splendid. Thank you very much. It's been a great week.
That's
Been
right.
Big
You want to
chilling.
tell the people what happened? Maybe a big thing right at the very beginning of the show? Would love for you
did.
to open the show with this.
Yeah, something big did happen. We, as most of you may know, I work for a little studio called Heart Machine, and
Yes,
we announced
sir.
our early access release date for Hyper Light Breaker. It is going to
we
be January next year, so keep an eye on that. If you haven't
Beautiful.
wish listed it already, make sure to do that. It's my complete honest thoughts, off the record, although it's quite clearly on the record, but off the record. The game's very fun, genuinely. It's and I wouldn't say this if I genuinely didn't think it. The game is fun, even more fun if you play with friends. It's rough around the edges, of course. It's early access, so you have to bear with us. But it's it's a good time, and I definitely, hope people hop on the game and have a good time.
And really, again, you guys should wishlist the game because every time you wishlist it, the Japan Time podcast gets $20. Every single time it's wishlisted. So if you want us to continue giving you high quality content, make sure to wishlist the game. And $20 will go directly into our
start
pocket.
giving them high
I'm
quality
surprised
content.
Dirham did not cut you off at
I
all.
can neither confirm nor deny the validity of that statement.
You know what? I think the people need to know. Yeah, and actually, what the people need to know this week is we have quite a bit of news. So not only did we have the Game Awards, not only did someone in this call already see Sonic 3, and it actually isn't Fidel. Not only do we have a new update for Pokemon TCG Pocket to talk about, we have a lot of other news. The first thing I think we should open the show with, because this is the thing that I feel like you guys can talk about and want to talk about for a while because you've been playing a lot of it and I haven't had the chance to play it yet, is Marvel Rivals. So who wants to take it away with the Marvel Rivals talk? How are you guys feeling about it? Initial thoughts, impressions? Let's hear it.
Go ahead, Coast.
I mean, I've been playing it since the beta. And I loved it a lot since then. I probably brought it up in past episodes. But with the release, it's still the same game pretty much. I'm loving it a lot. I've been playing it a lot. The new stuff they added, the new maps, new characters, has been really fun. Jeff is a racist and a bigot, and
Jeff, you want to clarify
who's
Jeff
the
the
little
Land
shark,
Shark? Wait. You want to say Jeff the Land Shark and
we
not
are
Jeff
talking
Keighley.
about Rivals. Of course, it's
I know.
going to be.
I
Jeff
just want
Land.
to. I want to clarify because this is a Game Awards show and it's
All right.
titled the Game Awards.
Okay.
So people are just walking in here. I don't want them to think Jeff Keighley's a racist.
But yeah, that
What the
like
fuck
overall,
did I
my
just come back
thoughts.
to, bro? What?
Yeah.
We're talking about
Case in point.
we're talking about Jeff the Landshark being a fucking bigot and Satan's
Yeah.
strongest soldier.
Oh.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Overall, yeah, it's a clean game. I'm interested to hear what you guys think about it because I've been playing it for a while. So
I think it's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Go
fun.
ahead,
I
Sean.
like that it's third person. I like the characters they
Yes.
put in it. Some of them, most of them. I like that it's free. They obviously worked very hard on the visuals. It's crazy what some money will do for you, bro.
A good game, man.
I mean, I played a lot.
Oh,
I mean,
let
obviously
me
the
tell you
biggest-
about how we beat the
Oh, God.
motherfucking brakes off of Delamaroo.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh my
This is more important. This is more important. This is more important than what I was gonna say.
No,
Y'all got fucking smoked.
we
Bro.
were for context, Roger.
Hey,
we
Vidal,
were
is there a game that
playing
you're good
quick
at?
match. No,
Okay,
I don't know.
you're
man.
playing quick.
We were
So
playing
what's the
quick match.
difference?
Didn't play games like
We were
Okay.
playing quick match at like 3-4 a.m. Like
Okay.
my group of friends were all playing, and then we see on the other team, we're like, "Is that Shofu?" And it was all Shofu and his boys, and we're like, "Oh shit, we gotta lock in." And then they cooked us.
See, but
they
it's
did
funny-
more
it's
than
funny
cook
because
you, bro.
I
You
was,
got destroyed.
I was chilling until
Uh-huh.
Chris said, "Wait, are we queued up against Fidel?" And then I seen that I seen Ario's
Like-
name. And I said, "Bro, we can't lose a fucking round. We
No,
gotta beat them."
that's what we said. No, that's what we said.
Except
not go
Shofu
well.
and Gang
You
actually
had no
delivered.
chance.
You just didn't.
You had no
I need,
fucking
I need the
chance.
logs. I need the logs because when you guys posted it in the Discord, it was like obviously bad.
No, bro.
Fidel went 2-10, right? And I called
It
him
was
out. I
bad.
said,
They
"You're
were
ass
cooking us.
ass." No. Listen, I said you're ass. And then you defended yourself by saying, "Bro, I was support first round, and you were 2-8
man.
and 0. How you have
Listen.
0 assists?"
Bro, it was
I
a
know
bad
how. I can tell
round,
you how.
man.
That's
Look at
tough.
them. They were killing all of us. And then they were blaming me. I was like, no, bro, all of you died a million times.
That's tough.
It is tough, bro. It's a problem.
I mean, there's a lot of obviously parallels with Overwatch.
Nigga, you did
obviously.
3K damage.
That's
You
crazy.
are-
Bro.
That's crazy. He went back and checked. That's insane.
I was just gonna say, I feel like he
Lock
went
him
back
up.
to the VOD to see it.
Lock
They
him
wouldn't
up.
let us breathe, man. We walked in, they just killed us.
We weren't beating. We made sure we beat the brakes off you.
Fucked up,
insane.
man.
But yeah, there's obviously a lot of parallels with Overwatch. And my only, I think the game's fun. I think it's fine. I think obviously because people kind of forget how not balanced Overwatch was on release. That game was not balanced in any way. Like that shit was giga broken. So I'm not really necessarily worried about any particularly strong characters at this moment. What I am concerned with though is the disparity in roster.
Man, what?
What do you mean?
I'm agreeing.
Yeah. It's crazy because like if you look at the character select screen, there's literally for every tank and or healer, there's 2 DPS basically, or like 1.5. Like that. I get it. Deep people want to do damage in these kinds of games, but if it's a character shooter that's a 6-person character shooter, like you can't have that disparity is crazy. Like that is insane.
They're literally
like, that's
encouraging everybody to play fucking
Yeah.
duels, and then the games. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's because like especially in a character shooter like that. Just speaking from like, because I played up a gajillion hours of Overwatch, and like the characters that are available dictate obviously what characters people are going to gravitate towards. So the more DPS you play, that means there's more options.
There's
for
a
you to play
lot of
DPS.
duelists that I think should be like tanks. Like I think
I
Wolverine
agree.
should be a
I
tank.
think
It doesn't make any
Wolverine-
sense that
Correct. I agree.
like I don't understand that.
I agree.
I do know that there's some characters that are going to be coming out soon that are duelists that I also don't agree with.
Yeah.
Who are the characters right now that are like top of the meta though? Like if you could say like 5 characters that everybody is playing and that you're seeing constantly,
Cloak and
who would they
Dagger.
be? Okay.
Mantis. The thing is about the games like this, I'm about to name 3 supports because supports in these games are always like supports.
Sure, of
are
course, they're
broken.
always good. For sure.
Supports
Sure.
always have to be good. But like, and then the DPS are all skill based. But like, if you have you can carry a team with a good support in any.
I
in
think
these
there's like
games.
3 definitive DPS that are like top of the top though.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man's up there. If you know how to play Spider-Man and you're not dog shit like bronze level player, and you have some experience on Spider-Man or just like previous Overwatch experience, Spider-Man's like 100% up there. I think Hawkeye's up there for sure.
Hawkeye is fucking broken
Hawkeye's
as hell.
nuts.
Fuck
Yeah.
Hawkeye,
Nuts.
bro. My bad.
I personally think
I
Hello.
would not have thought Hawkeye would have been one of the best. I would have
No,
thought
Hawkeye's extremely good.
wow.
Hawkeye has like insane damage. You can one-shot people with headshots.
Hawkeye is
Is-
the only character that can really one-shot somebody without an ultimate.
His kit's good as hell too.
Yes.
His like as a archer character, he also shoots pretty fast. So
Any
Yeah,
character with
he's-
a bow in those kind of games are usually really
Yeah.
fucking good. Like,
But yeah, I also think Hela's pretty good. I don't think people are playing
She's
Hela
really
as
good.
much. I also think Star-Lord is also pretty good.
I think
he's
Star
good
Lord.
too.
I was gonna say Star Lord. I think Star Lord is very good because again, it's just let's make Tracer fly and then let's give Tracer
and
flying
give him more
tactical visor.
damage.
And then
Yeah.
give Tracer flying tactical
more
visor.
HP.
Yeah,
Um,
and more HP. Like tanks.
I-
Tanks. I think it's Thor. I think it's Thor.
It's
Yeah,
Thor,
100%.
Thor, Strange, and Magneto for sure.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I think Groot is.
Oh, Groot's
is-
pretty
is-
good.
is tough
Groot's
there.
pretty good.
I think Groot's. I think
Okay,
Groot's.
I think this is where we differ in opinion because I think it's Penny and Venom.
Wow, really? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Penny is Penny Parker, right? From Spider-Man.
Yeah.
She's the only character that I saw anybody saying that she wasn't good. Like I haven't
think
seen
she's
many
pretty
people say, yeah, she's the only because I saw
I think
somebody
she's
do like a
pretty good
tier
on
list
defense.
online, and she was the only one that was on the bottom. And I was curious as to why that was the case. Because I would imagine if you're a Spider-Man character, you'd be pretty high up there.
She's good on defense
Yeah.
or like when they're pushing the payload and you're on defense
I see.
or like holding the
Yeah,
site. Like she's pretty good.
That's another thing. Utility on a character or like their tier depends on what map you're playing on and what game mode and what side you're playing on. So it really depends.
I'm actually not mad. Like I think actually a lot of the tanks like are pretty close. Like I don't think there's a tank that's clearly better than all the others, which I think is kind of how tanks in character shooters should be. I think every tank should be situational. That's why tank players usually in these types of games professionally are shot callers because they're like, hey, we're playing this map and it's this mode. Magneto is objectively better here, even though you could consider maybe like quote unquote Thor's better character, etc. I'm just picking names. So like,
Yeah, and for the healers, I think 80% of them need to get nerfed.
yes, I think Cloak and Dagger does too much damage. And I
Cloak
think
and Dagger's
Mantis
too
is
strong. Luna
I like
Snow.
that they put Cloak and Dagger in there. Those are cool characters.
Those are
Yeah.
cool collectors, and they're
Yeah.
but I'm not mad because the thing is like Cloak and Dagger is a character that has a high skill expression more than most supports because it's like you're a stance changer. So the trade off is I have damage mode and I have damage and debuff mode and I have straight healing mode, but both of them do damage. So that's weird. But again, the balance is not necessarily what I'm worried about because I think the balance will come. The fact is that there's 8 billion DPS, and there's 6 healers, there's 6 healers and 6 tanks basically, and you're just sitting there. You're like, okay, cool. There's no CC in the game practically unless you're ult. So like you can't peel really. Like
CC. I mean, there's a bit, but those
not
CC,
enough.
Yeah, but the characters with CC are really good because of that.
like for example, like Captain America has no CC.
I think Captain America is probably one of the worst tanks in the game.
I think he's objectively one of the worst characters in the game. Like I do. Like
you
I
make
play
a
a shit ton
tank
of Cap.
in a game like this without CC. That
Without
just
one
sounds
move,
weird.
one CC move, like that's crazy. Like that's the whole point.
Like the only CC moves I can think of are like Hela's orb, Mantis's like little hallucination thing.
Yeah. So Venom has
sleep,
Venom.
fucking
Yeah, Mantis sleep.
Venom
Penny's right
slow. Penny right click. Venom slow. Knockback. Like Magneto has a knockback. Like Bucky has a hook, which counts.
That shit's fire
But
too.
and then Hulk is all CC, but that's just his ult. So it's
I think what makes a character good in this game is if they have good movement options, because there's very lacking movement abilities in this game, and the characters that do have those abilities are the better characters. So
Hawkeye doesn't really.
Hopefully he has his double jump.
That ain't shit, bro.
Well, it's better than some things that other characters have. Like some characters don't have shit, and they're just walking chickens with their heads cut off.
I mean, like Punisher.
Punisher, like
Punisher has movement, but
Punisher
it's like fake.
not supposed to, bro. Punisher was mobile. That shit would be fucking stupid.
Yeah, he'd be broken. But it's like shit like
he's still a
Jeff,
solid character.
like
Yeah.
Jeff being able to heal all of his HP and be impossible to hit if he's underground. Like fuck you, man. Like
yeah, like I
not
said
fun.
earlier before we started the show, I think the one thing that needs to be like fixed is the hitbox stuff in this
Yes.
game. Hitboxes, not even just with Jeff and his ult and all that stuff, but like hitboxes and hurt boxes on characters are very weird. Because not every character has the same method of dealing damage and shooting and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going into their engine to calculate it all, but like if you go from like Iron Fist to Hawkeye or something like that, it feels very weird trying to attack an enemy because sometimes you think a thing should be landing and they don't, and then the vice versa. So I think that's just something that needs to be adjusted.
there's two things I really wanted to get out on this because games like this particularly are based more on their like balance actually isn't as important as much as character diversity, if that makes sense. Like character diversity is everything in these games. Like do I have a character for the situation? It doesn't matter if they're balanced or not, because a better character for the situation, it doesn't matter if they're bad. Like there was a lot of really early instances where there are a lot of characters who were suboptimal on Overwatch, but because of the map or because of the mode, I'm just gonna pick a character like Mei. If Mei was bad, but it doesn't matter because on this point Mei's fucking broken.
Not even
you
that,
play
like
Mei.
on top of that as well, like the comps matter too with the power
Yes.
or the team ups.
The team
Like,
ups. I
if
love
you
that.
That's
I
way more
love
important than
that.
people are putting.
Exactly, yeah.
I played Namor, and he's like twice as good, I think, with Luna Star in his team. Or Luna
Bro,
Snow, whatever
Moon Knight immediately stops becoming stops becoming like a walking target and like actually can peel for himself if you just have Cloak and Dagger.
Black Panther and Magic fucking go crazy when they have their team up. Like Magic's even more annoying with their team up.
I did
Hell
I
and
did
Thor and all of them, like that's also a great one too.
I did one that I don't know if it's super good because the character isn't good, but Iron Man and Hulk.
The gamma ability
shit
is good
is
as
good.
fuck.
It's
It's like
good.
probably the best one in the game IMO.
It's good.
It turns Iron Man from a shit character into a good
The
character.
best one is Iron Man's not shit, bro.
I think
Man
he's
is okay.
I think
Iron
he's
Man
one
is
of the
okay.
worst DPS.
He's okay.
He's situationally very good though. If they
Just-
don't,
that's
if
what-
they don't have
that's
the hits,
what I'm
if they don't have the
saying.
hit scanner, you damn near busted as hell.
And that's what I'm saying. Iron Man is just like Farah, where on the right maps, it's the most broken, oppressive shit ever in the game, but most people don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, Iron Man
And,
is not sweet, bro. Character kinda
like-
nice
like-
sometimes.
Like, you know, but and so it's character diversity, I think, that matters more in these types of games. So I just hope that as they continue to put more characters in the game, like I'd be like, I know they're gonna add a DPS every other character, which is like whatever. That's what people want
Yep,
to play.
you're right.
But I think that's horrendous. Like for game health, like objectively, like there should be a tank for every situation, and there's not. You just have to sit there, and the tanks are unique. Doctor Strange is super unique, super unique. But,
Doctor Strange is the fucking clip farmer, bro.
Yeah,
You're a Twitch streamer, play Doctor Strange, you
Play
get
Doctor
a bunch of
Strange.
free clips.
Healers, I want
think-
to see a little bit more healer diversity too.
I think the best team up ability is Rocket Raccoon and the Gunners.
And
And
oh,
guns
yeah,
and
yeah.
regular guys,
Yeah.
That shit is nutty, bro.
guys and
Bro,
guns.
fucking
like,
Bucky with unlimited ammo is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think Shofa, we need to do the Iron Man thing because I'm telling you, it's broken.
Okay.
It's
I don't
fucking
play, I don't
broken.
play the Hogan. I'll never go.
The
in.
gamma one?
That's fine. The gamma radiation.
It's so
broken.
strong, bro. It is so strong.
You literally basically two tap any duelist with your rockets. Like it's crazy. But
Doctor
game's
Strange is used
super
more
fun.
than double any other tank in the game in top 500.
I believe it.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Game's really fun though.
I need them to buff Storm.
Yeah, they
Storm
have
was
the-
Storm was so good in the beta, and now she's just not really usable IMO.
There just needs to be a huge. I think there needs to be a huge balance pad. Just a huge
Yeah.
one. Like
Yeah.
Would you say
Yeah.
just because this all sounds interesting to me? Like just even you guys
Yeah.
talking about this sounds interesting
Yeah.
to me. Would you think this is something that if I have not really played Overwatch 2, right? If I've just kind of foregone it and I loved the original Overwatch, that I would actually enjoy my time with this game? Like, does it feel like classic original Overwatch?
I think you'd enjoy your time with the game regardless. Like it's just a fun
Good.
game.
That's what I like to hear. Fantastic.
yeah, and it's very fun with friends. I kind of low key think the maps are boring. That might be a hot take. I think they need more
I need a
maps.
couple more of them bitches, yeah.
Yeah.
How many maps are there, and what are your
It
favorites?
feels like there's like 5.
I think there is 5.
Okay, yeah, then there's 5.
What are they
No,
though? Like what locations?
There's the Hydra
Wakanda.
base.
Wakanda
Yeah, there's-
forever.
There's
Ibambe!
Wakanda. There's the
Ibambe!
Hydra
Ibambe!
base. There's
The power
Yggdrasil.
of the Black Panther will be stripped away.
This is
there's-
crazy. I'm
There's
trying.
Tokyo 2099 from Spider-Man. What else is there? Hold up.
Tokyo 29 from Spider-Man Wakanda, and then what else?
There's
Tokyo 29. Hold on. Tokyo 29 from Spider-Man. Yggdrasil, Wakanda, the Hydra base, and
the Null Planet, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
oh
planet.
yes. The Venom planet.
I low key hot take think that the map design in this game is actually not good. Like
What
not-
about it don't you like?
It's a lot. It's very one dimensional in a lot of spaces. It's like the Overwatch maps. The reason why that game is addicting is because there's so much you can do on those maps, even on the base game. And even though there's not that destructible environment thing, which I actually low key kind of hate, in Rivals, the maps are not only interesting to look at because there's a lot of Easter eggs and there's a lot of things like that, but the layouts of the map are clearly defined to where I know where everything is. And this game is really confusing to figure out where is the best place to be at any given time because the map's changing, and that's not good. That's not like a good thing that you want in these kinds of games because you want to be able to coordinate with your team, and the maps make it inherently difficult. Not interesting though.
I mean, I kind of feel the same.
BRB.
Fidel, you were gonna say something earlier, and then it sounded like your mic cut out. What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, I was gonna say, like, I'm like you. I used to be addicted to OG Overwatch,
Yeah.
Never Touch 2, and I'm loving Marvel Rivals. Like, it's just like, it's one of those games, especially like on a casual note, like me, like I'm just playing it for fun. You
Yeah.
just swap between different characters. They all have different moves. You have like crazy specials. It's like, it's good. It's genuinely like, it brings. I've never enjoyed a hero shooter past Overwatch, and so this is the only time it's happened again.
Have you tried Valorant?
I hate
no,
Valorant. That's not really a hero
FPS.
shooter.
That's
That's more
very
like
Oh, it's not.
Counter-Strike.
Oh,
It's
see,
not at all a hero
I
shooter.
okay. So I've never played Valorant. I assumed
No,
it was
that
a
game's
hero
more like
shooter.
Counter
Okay,
Strike.
I see. I see.
Yeah, it's a mix of a hero shooter and attack FPS, but it's mostly attack FPS.
I got it. Well, that excites me. Then, if you're saying that this is the first time you've enjoyed one, I probably will. And I like the Marvel characters, and it seems like the roster's kind of cool. I like the little like J-pop Ice Girl or something.
I think
She
you'd
seems
like
neat.
it if you play it.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
The art
I definitely
direction
will.
is really good. Like the art
So-
style of the characters, the specials you see, like at the end of a fight, the MVP animations, the costumes. I feel like,
Yeah.
for me, like I always like think costumes in games like this are more enticing to buy when you know the character,
For
as
sure,
opposed to like
for
when it's
sure.
like a costume for an OC or even Overwatch. Yeah, the costumes were cool, but like you were in first person, so there was way less of an incentive.
Yeah.
Unless you're really deep in like you want to like emote and show it. Whereas like you
And
being
then
that fit the whole game.
On
is
top
cooler.
of that, half of the skins are from Marvel movies, so people will be like, I love that movie. I gotta buy this skin."
Yeah.
Like Wolverine players, the base skin is so ass that they're kind of forced to buy the
To buy
Deadpool
some-
Wolverine skin.
Sure. Speaking of, are there any other characters that they've already announced are coming to it, or characters that you'd want to see that are
There's
like?
There's a couple leaks.
there's been leaks.
Well,
I mean, what are
like
they?
he's
Is this like a
next, I
spoiler
think.
type thing? Do people care?
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
that
pretty
deep.
spoiler, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, I
think
could
so?
bring them up if people want
I
to.
don't
Or
think
maybe
so.
just put them in the chat or something, because I would be interested
Well,
to.
it like
No.
it's pretty much been all over Twitter, so I don't think people really care. But I'll say it. Fuck it. I thought this character was gonna be in the game already because I knew about him before, but he wasn't. But Ultron's gonna be in the game.
Okay.
Human Torch and Invisible Girl are gonna be in the game. Invisible Girl is gonna be a healer.
It's all four of them.
Oh yeah, and the thing, yeah, that's right.
Oh, that makes sense.
Blade,
Well, because the Fantastic Four
Oh,
movie's coming
Fantastic
out.
Four, yeah.
yeah, Blade's gonna be in the game.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure I saw Phoenix is gonna be in the game, and then there's one more that I'm forgetting about.
What in the world was that?
I have no idea.
Don't worry about that. That was me. Don't worry about it. It's my turn.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I was very confused. What is that? I ignored it when I was talking earlier, but now I can no longer ignore it. What is that?
Isn't that just Ty Wild from the Pokemon Cypher his intro? Yeah.
Also, speaking of the Pokemon Cypher, this is a quick side note. Who was it? Jeesh who made the line with Breloom? That was insane. Having the Breloom line with like the bullet seed after all that stuff with that United Healthcare CEO is actually
Well, it's not
insane.
after. It
What?
happened
It
before.
was before.
Whoa.
The year before.
No, I'm saying it was. Yeah, it was a year.
It was just
Yeah, that's
a
right. It was a full
coincidence
year
in
before.
timing, is what he's
Whoa.
saying.
It was,
It was
a year
prophetic,
And a, it was
though.
a year and a half before.
It was amazing. He knew something was happening.
Are we talking about like characters that we want in the game? Because I have a couple.
Yeah, I'd be
I'm
curious
down,
to know
yeah.
what characters you want to see. Yeah.
I really want Ghost Rider. And I think there's no world in which he's not a tank. So there's that as a character who I think is very popular and I think a lot of people would really heavy fuck with.
Cool.
I don't want Luke Cage
Why not?
Yeah, I agree.
because I don't think there's a way that they can make him interesting to play other than man is just invincible the whole time. And
Yeah.
that's not fun. And then, as with obviously Doom, I think Doom is a character that a lot of people are expecting. I don't see a world in which Doctor Doom is not in this
Yeah, I
game.
can't imagine they would not put Doom in. Sure.
I don't know if I want Deadpool. I haven't decided yet.
I don't want Deadpool.
But I definitely want Sentinel. I definitely want Sentinel.
True.
I want big robot whack.
That'd be fun. Is there
Uh,
like a Bastion equivalent in this currently?
Yeah,
It's Punisher.
Punisher.
Oh, Punisher
and
is
Bastion,
Bastion.
Soldier 76 combined.
What?
Yeah.
Weird.
He
Okay.
makes a
It's
makes
not
a
weird,
turret.
bro. He has guns, bro. He got big guns, little guns, shotguns.
He's got army
ARs,
guns.
AKs.
What else?
machine guns, Tommy guns, Thompson
what else?
guns. He got everything, bro.
He's got the
Got all types of guns, bro. But you know who they need to play in this fucking game, bro?
Nightcrawler.
It's the Juggernaut, bitch, and I brought a bitch with me.
Nightcrawler's crazy, I think, but also I do think, unfortunately, Magic steals a lot of Nightcrawler's.
I think they could
gameplay.
do something a bit more with Nightcrawler.
I think I need Gambit in this game.
Gambit
I
would
need-
go
would be cool.
stupid.
Oh, that's
Where's
guaranteed
Cyclops at,
at
bro?
some point.
I need Gambit. Cyclops is crazy too.
I
think
want
there's-
Sunspot.
You could just farm. He's a cool
Sunspot.
X-Men.
Sunspot?
Who's
Yeah,
that?
it's an X-Men.
Is he like a fire
You could
character?
just, bro, you
said
could just
Sunspot?
farm Sunspot.
Yeah.
Just look him up. You
I'll
could
look
just
him
He's
up
farm
in
right now.
X-Men
X-Men
here.
97.
Yeah, you could just farm X-Men here, but like, I definitely want Gambit, and I want Gambit with Genji auto. You just literally give Gambit Genji's auto.
Okay, but you know who would be the best tank in the game? Fucking
Juggernaut.
Doc Ock. Doctor
Doc-
Octopus.
Oh, Doc Ock would be
That's a
sick,
thing.
actually. That would be
Doom.
cool.
Doctor Doom is not a tank.
Is
Yeah,
Emma
that's
Frost in it yet?
Dr.
Emma
Doom-
Frost, I think. Emma Frost was the other one that's eventually going to be in.
Oh, great. Good. Cool. I'll play
Dr.
when
Doom
she
is
gets
not a
headed.
tank. Unless he got foot dive.
What? Man,
I
that's
definitely
pretty
want-
much.
They can
Someone
do
said
everything
Kingpin in
else,
chat.
bro. I wouldn't have expected
want-
Doctor Strange to be a tank.
I want Kingpin. Someone said in chat. I definitely want Kingpin, but I want into the Spider-Verse Kingpin where he got no neck.
He's just a square.
He's just a square.
The whole ass block.
I want Wong. My name's
No, you
Wong.
don't, bro. No,
Yes,
you
I
don't.
do. Yes, I do. If Jeff's in the game, bro, they can put Wong in the game.
If Jeff's in the game, they can put Donald Duck looking ass, whatever.
You
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about-
yeah.
you
You
talking
could go
about-
Howard the Duck.
Yeah,
Howard.
Howard. They're gonna put Howard in.
Howard the Duck would be cool. I'd play as Howard. Is Thanos in there yet?
No.
Oh, that'd be like my number one. I feel like Thanos has to be in
Also,
there at some point.
I think if I had to bet money within the next year and this is, I'm not including characters that are spoiler.
Sure,
I'm talking
sure.
Doom,
Uh-huh.
Miles Morales.
Oh, yeah, that's probably going to happen.
100%.
Sure, sure.
I think you get
Wait, no, who
honestly-
said no? Why don't you think they're going to do Miles?
Nope. You're not gonna do Miles.
Why,
I don't
though?
see how they don't do Miles.
That's like a huge character, right? And they already have like Penny
It's
Parker.
just going to happen, yeah.
Not in the next year. I don't think in the
definitely
next
gonna do
year.
Miles.
I don't think in the next year.
I think they're already. He's already basically done. That's how crazy. That's like
I think they'll
he's
probably
in the
do
game.
Miles and Spider-Gwen pretty back to back.
Yeah.
Personally, that's what I think.
Mm.
And Spider-Gwen is a healer. Calling it.
I'm calling
those-
Quicksilver.
Oh,
Yeah.
Quicksilver would be cool. I would like that.
That'd be dope,
Run around
yeah.
the map and stuff. That'd be really cool, actually.
Kang.
Is there a
that would
Junkrat
actually
equivalent currently?
Yeah,
like a
Squirrel
Junkrat type?
Squirrel Girl.
Oh, seriously? Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's,
Oh, I might be a Squirrel Girl main then.
she's super easy to play too.
Oh, fun. Is there like a Sombra? Like a hackers type
Psylocke.
character?
Not really.
Which one's
Psylocke,
Oh,
kind of.
Dude, okay. So Psylocke and Squirrel Girl are literally the two
Wait, who
characters.
did you ask
equivalent
about?
to My
Oh, no.
Sombra.
Dude,
Sombra.
Oh, Sombra.
Psylocke,
Yeah,
nah.
'cause
Oh,
Psylocke,
bro, you said
uh,
Samba. Like, are we dancing?
Yeah.
No, Sombra. I meant Sombra. Yeah.
Samba de amigo.
I don't know. I don't think
When is that
Psylocke's
game
Sombra
coming
now.
back? That's what I want. A new Samba de Amigo game would be
it did
awesome.
come
if
out,
there-
bro. They
I think
made one
honestly,
last
if there
year.
is gonna be like a
Oh, did they?
Samba-
I forgot. I didn't play that. I said I wanted it, but I'm not actually going to play it. That's fine. I just want them to make a new game
No
so
one-
it exists
no
as a
one played
franchise.
it.
I
Yeah,
didn't
no
play
one
that.
played it. They were like, yeah, it's cool. It's back.
Well, right on. Any other last minute Marvel Rivals talk before we get into the next topic?
Please do not nerf Hela.
Okay.
No, nerf that bitch. She does not need 1,000 health in the air.
Please no.
What is that? And then you kill her when she's in the air. She doesn't even die. She just
She
comes
doesn't-
back
she doesn't
down to the
even
ground.
die.
What,
Yes,
what
sir.
the fuck is that? That makes no
Like,
fucking
like you're a
sense,
terrorist.
bro.
You're a terrorist.
And
Um,
another thing.
Uh-huh.
Why the fuck can you break Punisher's turret separate
and
from
not kill
him?
him.
Right. What is that?
And you can
And
you can block
another
with it
thing.
too.
And another thing. Please let me mute Galacta from saying, "You gotta get to the point, man."
No, hey, hold on,
that's
hop
in the
on.
game, bro.
I
Hop
need
on,
her
bro.
to shut up.
No,
They
hop
talk
on,
too much
bro.
in
These
the
motherfuckers
fucking
need that
game.
shit, man.
Yeah.
Leave her alone, man.
Oh my god! Give me the option to turn it off.
No,
I don't think you have that in Overwatch.
no.
But yeah,
But
I'm
you
probably
know-
fun game.
Alright.
If you haven't played, try
voice
it.
packs for that to have someone else do all the voice lines instead of Galacta for that stuff.
Is Galacta not playable? I just
No,
assumed
she's
from
like,
all the
she's like
artwork she was.
lore character that's like.
I see. Like
She's
the
the-
narrator, like
Yeah, she's the narrator.
I got it. Get to the payload or whatever. All right. Well, moving on real quick. This is going to be a much smaller segment, I don't think, compared to what our big chunky segment's going to be, which is the Game Awards. But it was announced 2 days ago, the first expansion for Pokemon TCG Pocket. It is called Mythical Island, and basically it's a focus on Mew and Aerodactyl. It looks kind of similar to like a jungle fossil type set. A bunch of the cards were revealed. There's a couple interesting ones there. And apparently it drops next week. So we don't have to wait super long for this.
Tuesday.
It's not gonna, yeah, it's
Yes,
not gonna be
sir.
coming out in January. It's dropping on Tuesday. Initial impressions, thoughts on this? I have
There's some
actually
broken
since the last
cards in that
show.
You guys need. If
I
you
will
want
say,
to play
I
this
should
game,
start-
you need to be scared.
I will say this right now.
I
Many
cannot
of
wait
you-
for the Mewtwo deck to have even more consistency.
I will say, since the last show, I need to issue an apology. So on the last show, I may have been too harsh with my thoughts on the gacha system
Show the screenshot.
and not getting things. I will say, since the last show, which has only been like 2 weeks, I have since pulled not only the one illustration that I needed. I already had Mewtwo and Pikachu. I already got my Charizard illustration. I also managed to pull the remaining Pokemon for the Kanto decks, and I got my special illustration Mew. And I still have yet to pay a dime in the game. So I will say,
say
thank
it how,
you
how it
very,
actually
very
is.
much. Thank you very much.
How have you not
for,
spent the dime, bro? I spent like $300 on this game.
Why?
Why?
Why have you spent money on this
How
game,
and
though?
why?
Bro. So I wasn't here on the episode where y'all talked about this game.
Uh-huh.
This game got me fucked up, man.
But why are you spending money when you could literally get this stuff for free?
No, bro. I spent over like $300 on this game, man.
Why though?
You're
Why
a
did you spend
lunatic.
$300 on this game?
I want to do it, bro. I want 10 pulls, bro. I like doing the 10 pulls.
The 10
I
pulls
have
literally
almost-
give you worse cards, though.
No, that's not. No, that's not true. I can tell you that's not true. As someone who's done a
It's just
million
not
of
like
them.
it's just not like a regular mobile game where you're guaranteed something off a 10 pull. It's just 10 packs. There's like nothing
Bro,
special about doing a
yeah.
10 pull or not.
But it's fine, bro. No, this game is like cracked to me, dude. I have like over 6,000 cards.
How?
They gave me.
You
$1,000.
spent
Why
$10
is it-
I'll still beat your ass in a battle
6,000
right now.
Oh hell no, it's not true.
What? For the-
I actually think I could probably
you
beat you in a
can't-
battle, even with your 6,000
Bro,
cards.
like, I will
My
smack
Mewtwo deck
your
is pretty
shit.
perfect.
No,
Listen,
you just admitted
man.
to not being good at any game. I asked
No,
if you were good
bro.
at any game, and you said no.
Listen, man, I'm level 42. I play
Level
I got
42?
the- I
What?
got the-
Yeah, because
I
you
got
get
the
experience when you
frozen
pull cards.
Because no, but I also played the game. I got the 45 wins for the top
Yeah, so
medal
did
when that
I.
event
Yes,
was
so did
going
I,
on.
but I didn't pay
Okay,
any money to do it.
Okay, but that's
And
because
I
you
got
have all the cool
and I
cards
got
I
my.
do.
But I
You
got all
don't
the
have
cool
cooler
cards.
cards
I
than
got
me.
my exact
No,
Mewtwo. No,
I'm
definitely.
pretty
I
sure
agree.
I
have
I
cooler
agree. I
cards.
don't have cooler cards than you if you
Yeah,
have every single
exactly.
card in the game and you spent
Okay, then-
$6,000.
Then that's
That's
it.
crazy.
Then you can't
Yeah, but
win.
it's- Okay, but it's Pokemon though, bro. Like I could understand a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And, like, and this was physical Yu-Gi-Oh. 'Cause
Bro,
physical
I
Yu-Gi-Oh. They
don't
print.
know,
They
bro.
print. But hold,
It's
let me
over.
finish. Just let me finish, bro. Physical Yu-Gi-Oh. They print cards in US and higher rarity only. So a card comes
Yeah.
out and costs $300 because that's the only way you're gonna get it if you get a high rarity
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
It's Pokemon. They make multiple rarities of every card. You don't even need to
Bro.
spend that much.
It's over, man. It's
All
too
that
late.
money
It is
and I'll
over.
still
Clearly,
smack you.
$300.
No, that's not true.
That's 300 Canadian dollars that you spent in the game. Canadian dollars,
Yeah, it's
300
true. That's
Canadian
Canadian
dollars.
Yes, sir.
That's like $1
bro.
million, dude.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
It's like
not.
$10
That's
US. $1 million.
Look, I put it here. I have.
6,000 cards.
Those are the
is
only cards I'm
crazy.
missing.
That's amazing to me, though, that you spent all that money and you still have all these cards missing. That's like
only-
shocking.
Wait, hold on. No. Hold
That's
on.
8
hold on.
cards.
Hold on.
I have
hold
8
on.
cards
Wait,
missing.
Stop. How are you missing cards when you spent
Uh,
that much money and you have
bro.
the
You have
card points?
6,000.
Bro, I
You
only
have
have
hard
8 cards
points.
missing.
That means these
I've
cards that
been
you're
never
missing.
seen one. some of them never spawn, bro. How do you want me to
No,
tell
but
you?
you can
Yes.
literally, with the cards you're missing, you can, with the pack
and
points that you have, you can buy them.
And I have the Moltres. I was trying to pull a billion times. I couldn't do it. I eventually had to use the card
Sounds like a
points to
skill
get
issue,
it.
to be honest.
But how are you
It
still
is.
missing cards?
Because-
though?
because
That's
he's
what
You
going-
don't have the
is-
blade.
he-
I
okay,
have the
he's
blade.
missing
Reagan
the-
has the blade. We have the
He's
blade.
missing the super high rarity full art versions. For card points, those things cost a bunch.
they're a lot,
Even
yeah.
Yeah,
even
they're
if
too much.
he has
But if
6,000,
you're opening that
man.
many
possible.
packs, you should have.
Bro,
Like-
I'm only missing 8. I can live with this.
How are you missing?
trying to
Bro,
be
I'm
like,
missing
this
6
is
and I haven't
insane.
put any money in
Bro,
this
the game
game.
doesn't have a pity system. What do you want from me? It just gives me
It does have a
cards.
pity system.
Oh, then it still hasn't forgiven me because I've tried to get this Articuno.
Because you're not worth
it won't
it.
give me Articuno, man.
How are you missing 8 cards?
Bro,
And I'm missing
don't ask
6.
me. Why are you
No,
at,
no,
bro?
no. Okay, but are you missing 6 of the high rarity cards or 6 cards? Period.
No,
Like,
6. These are
No,
period.
no,
these
I'm,
are
not,
these
I'm
are
asking
only.
you, Fidel. I know with you're
Oh.
only missing high rarity
I'm
cards.
looking at your
Coach,
screenshots right
are
now.
you
Of
just
course.
missing 6 of the regular set? He has all those. He's talking about the high rarity cards. He's
Yeah,
missing 6
I'm
of
not
those.
about.
Okay.
When you press the search button, you scroll all the way down. There's
Okay,
2
you're
boxes
talking.
you can check.
You're talking about every single rarity, not
Yeah,
just.
yeah.
This is, I mean, this is, I've never ever seen an account 6,327 cards. You're sick. You're actually sick.
crazy.
It
That's
was-
just
nah,
sickness.
it was
Red-
bad
red-
the
red-
first few weeks.
Hey, Fidel,
bro.
hey,
Were
Fidel,
you
bro,
doing?
listen.
Were you doing like polls on a live stream or something?
Dude,
or-
no, let me tell you, bro. I would be.
You're not
I'd be
even
hanging out
streaming
with-
this for content.
I know.
This
No,
isn't
I would
even
be
for
on-
content.
I would be on
Bro,
coffee. I'd be like,
Rich-
fucking do a
rich man.
tenfold, bro. Just do a tenfold. Fucking somebody right now do a
Gotcha,
tenfold, bro.
man.
They did. They
Hey,
did.
Fidel,
That's
Fidel, bro,
insane.
come over here for a second, bro. Just come. Hey,
yeah.
Don't let them talk to you, bro.
Yeah.
Just come here for a second, all right?
Yeah.
All right, all right. It's just you and me. It's just you and me right now,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Bro, you good?
No, I'm
You
fantastic,
don't
bro.
seem
It's
good
great.
right now, bro.
Bro,
no.
do a
It's just-
tempo right now,
fuck all that.
please.
They can't hear us, bro. It's just you and me.
I
You
know, bro.
good?
That's why I want you to do a
Do you
tempo.
owe
Show me
people
what
money?
you get.
Do
No,
you
bro,
need
do a
help? Do you
tempo.
need me to take
No,
you to a meeting? Just
I
like,
just
what's
wanna
good,
see
bro?
you
Like,
do a
no,
tempo, bro.
no. Because clearly you're not good right now, bro.
Bro, I'm amazing. I'm
Because
the
clearly
best
you
I've
need
ever
a
been.
doctor, you need a physician,
bro.
you need a professional to help you at this moment in
No,
time.
no, I don't need help, man. I'm
No,
here.
okay. You know what, bro? You gotta help you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta help you. I can't help you. You gotta help you.
No, dude, I got.
I'm
this.
taking you to a meeting right the
I
fuck
got
now.
this.
Okay.
It's insane. Opened
the car.
I've not seen a single
in the
person
car.
with this. You have opened 1,300 packs, and you've got the platinum trophy. This is unbelievable to me. I didn't even know people like you existed that I know in real life.
Oh, I knew.
I knew
people existed. I
whales
didn't know it'd be
existed.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't know an
it'd be
actual
one of us.
person that was a whale like this. This is insane, man. This is no wonder you have to stream all the time. Every time you're out of town, you're like, bro, I got to stream somewhere. I got to stream. You need the money so you can spend it on
I'm
this game. This is
saying, bro.
insane.
That's
You
I'm
know,
always
you know what else
live.
is? You know what else is
Hold
insane?
up.
Damn it.
I mean, I was gonna say, you know what else is insane? The fucking Aerodactyl card in the new set.
Oh,
That's
not
true.
what I was
So that
gonna say.
Aerodactyl, well, the Aerodactyl's not even the most insane of the cards. So some of these cards have been revealed for Mythical Island. The Aerodactyl, its ability is it stops the opponent's active Pokemon from evolving. But I feel like most of the really good cards right now are not necessarily evolution cards. It's like Mewtwo's and Pikachu's. So I feel like that's not
Well,
really super
there's-
helpful against them.
There's
mean,
good
well, it's
evolution
only
cards,
2
but a lot
decks, yeah.
of the
Charizard,
time,
Champ.
a lot of the time, those mons ideally are not going to be in the active spot. Like in the
Yeah.
Charizard Moltres
Right.
deck, for instance, you can
Right.
have Moltres in the active spot, and you're feeding your Charmander line energy for when it evolves into Charizard in the back, and then comes forward to kill everything.
Yeah,
The
the,
one I'm
abil-
looking
the
at-
ability reads good, but in actuality, like if you're actually doing something with
Yeah.
that ability, you're probably winning anyway.
I feel like the one that's going to be good in a lot of people's decks because it's colorless and it's the equivalent of like the Miltank card that we had in the actual TCG is this Tauros.
Yeah.
So this
Tauros.
Tauros,
Yep.
3 energy. If your opponent's active Pokemon's an EX, this attack does
Yeah.
80 more damage.
80
So
more.
3 energy, any deck whatsoever. Basic,
finally, yeah.
so only one
Anti-EX
prize
card.
card. Literally does 120 damage to EXs. That
crazy.
Tauros is going to be good.
One shots Pikachu EX.
Very, very good. One shot in it. There's also a bunch of supporter cards. There's going to be supporter cards for Blue, for Leaf.
Leaf
Leaf
looks really good.
Yeah, Leafs is good. During this turn, the retreat cost of your active Pokemon is now 2 less. So it's essentially a double X
Ooh.
speed. Very good.
nice.
Very, very nice. Some of these arts are very nice. The full arts, there's like a Marshadow,
Dude,
2
I love
energy.
the Marshadow one.
Marshadow's great.
It's
if
not
any
that
of
good
your
of a
Pokemon,
card, but I love the art.
I actually think it's pretty decent. It says if any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an attack during your opponent's last turn, it does an additional 60 damage. So with two energy, only one of it needs to be fighting. You're firing off 100 damage with like a basic Pokemon. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a good to secure a kill on their Pokemon if they take yours out.
Yeah, and then you get Sabrina.
And then there's the Vaporeon, which is going to be good in those Misty decks, which is its ability is as often as you like during your turn, you can move a water energy as often as you like. Again, I want to clarify this. As often as you like during your turn, you may move a water energy from one of your benched Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. I mean, to your active Pokemon, excuse me. So, like, you could basically just add as many water energies as you want, and it's an ability. So the Vaporeon could just chill on the bench.
Just sit in the bench, and you just move it around.
Man, oh man, oh man. So Vaporeon's looking good.
That's kind of just blue in any Pokemon deck.
Yep.
Like, that's all it does.
Yep. Well, blue, speaking of blue, the supporter card for blue is during your opponent's next turn, all of your Pokemon take 10 less damage.
Pretty good.
So it's like a reverse Giovanni, kind of interesting.
I think that card kind of sucks.
What was the other one? Mew EX. So this is the other big EX alongside the Aerodactyl. Mew EX, size shot for 20, but basically like a nerfed version of the illustration card, which allows you to search your opponent's hand. It just does a basic 20 for 1. And then for 3, genome hacking, choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. That is going to be pretty good, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be very good.
At first, when I looked at that, I was like, man, this card isn't good. But yeah, then I realized you can put this card in literally any deck.
Any deck, right,
colorless.
Exactly, because it's 3 colorless, right.
Any deck, and then in the Psychic deck, it's
of course,
feeding
of course.
Gardevoir, where it's going to be insane.
Yep.
Yeah. So
You know
there's
what
some
else
cool
you know what
cards
else
in
is
this.
insane, Rogers Base?
What's insane? Let's hear it.
These announcements at the fucking Game Awards 2024.
Let's get right into it.
God.
I mean, this was, I think overall, let's just say this at the very beginning before because this is going to be a very big segment. This is going to be the big, chunky segment of this week's episode. Overall, this is probably the best Game Awards of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I think in terms of announcements, pacing, this is the best one they've ever done. Are we in agreement?
Yeah, 100%.
I agree.
Yeah. It's very, very good. So, quick thing to note that the most decorated games at this year's Game Awards, Astrobot took 4 wins, including Game of the Year. Metaphor Refantasio took 3 wins, as well as Balatro, which also took 3 wins. Black Myth Wukong took 2, Helldivers took 2, and Hellblade 2 took 2, which is, I think, a bit of a surprise. I was not expecting Hellblade to win what it
That's
won.
for the uncultured people.
Hellblade?
Hold on, let me freeze. That's like people not understanding why that game won is uncultured people. That game deserves those awards.
I get why it won, but I mean, I was just surprised. I think a lot of us
I don't get
expected
why it won,
Brianna
'cause
to
I did
win
not play
for
it.
Final Fantasy, and she ended up losing. But I feel like Hellblade, the whole game is performance, so I kind of understand why it won that one. What was its other win? It said that
it was
it
the
won
voice
2
actress.
wins. I said that one. Yeah. What was the other one?
Audio
Design. Audio design. That's right. So, real quick, full list of winners. Game of the Year, of course, Astrobot. Overall, I think safe pick. You know, I think pretty much everybody's happy with that one. I think goes back to what we said on the show. I think it was like 2 shows ago, right? That potentially the votes split with the RPG votes, with Rebirth and with Metaphor. Yeah, cool. No problems there. Game direction also went to Astrobot, actually, too. So once again, carrying that thing on where the game that wins best game direction a lot of the time wins Game of the Year. Best narrative went to Metaphor. Best art direction went to Metaphor. Best score and music, no surprise here, goes to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I would have been very upset had that not won. I feel like that soundtrack's insane.
That would have got to be insane if they
The
didn't
size
give
and
it
the
to that.
quality overall, I feel like, and it does a lot of different genres, so very, very well deserved to Final
And then
Fantasy VII Rebirth.
speaking of the fucking soundtrack, the presentation or the orchestra they did as well.
Oh,
that was
fantastic.
So well done.
Always
Every year.
fantastic, though. I feel like everyone, that's the one constant with the Game Awards. Every year, the Game Awards Orchestra is very good. But even like the Game Awards Orchestra version of Balatro, I thought was excellent.
Yeah.
The only thing I was a little surprised about, considering they had like the I am Astrobot during the Astrobot portion, I really thought we were going to get the for the opening Metaphor. That was a little shocking that wasn't there. Flute Guy, though, held it down. Flute Guy, always exciting to watch. Playing all his different instruments. Shout out to Flute Guy. We also got
As you,
quickly
go ahead.
pivoting back on the best art direction, I was
Yes,
actually
yes.
kind of surprised Metaphor won, and the reason being is because part of what makes this category is the technical achievement side of things, and like this game is not an impressive technical achievement. A lot of what it does visually is like obviously its UI is fantastic, it's got a great style to it,
Sure.
but I feel like it's one of those games where looking at it, I felt my immersion was broken at points because it looked rough. And like
Oh,
sometimes
interesting.
a game can look, you can go for a relatively low tech approach. It doesn't have to be an amazing technical achievement, but it can still look really clean.
Sure, sure.
But Metaphor for me was not one of those games, and I'm saying this as someone who loves the game.
Yeah, of course. It was what you said was your game of the year, right? Not to
Yeah.
spoil a future episode, but I think you said that it was your favorite game so far this year. So yeah, all right, cool. Metaphor. That is also an interesting take, I feel like, too, because looking at this, I almost thought it was going to be Elden Ring. Because
That's what I
Elden Ring,
voted for.
obviously, there was the whole big debate about Elden Ring, Shadow of the Air Tree, and people were saying, "Oh, I can't believe it's nominated for Game of the Year." It didn't win anything.
Yeah.
It didn't win a
They
single
got
thing.
the Spider-Man 2 treatment.
Yeah, and I thought if any category it was going to win, it would have been this one, with the design of some of the bosses and Mesmer and the look of the Erdtree environment. So a little bit of a surprise there. Best audio design, best performance were both the Hellblade ones. Innovation and accessibility went to Prince of Persia. Cool to see Prince of Persia win something. Games for Impact went to Neva. Best ongoing game was Helldivers 2. Best
Yes, sir.
community. Okay, this was an interesting one. Best community support went to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
because
but
we-
we can
we
explain
had-
it, bro.
We had that conversation because I said it could have. I thought it was going to be Helldivers, and then he
Right.
convinced me it was going to be Baldur's
Like I
Gate.
said, bro, it's I fully expected either Fortnite or Baldur's Gate to win that one.
Yep. Best VR we totally called was Batman. Best mobile game, best debut indie game, and best independent game were all Balatro.
Correct.
And I will also say, I have officially been convinced. We talked about it on the last show. I watched the show now. Literally, the Game Awards ended. I went on my Switch and I downloaded Balatro on the eShop. So I am officially, by the next show, going to have played Balatro.
You're
and I'll
going to be no. You're going to
something
be
to say about
addicted to Balatro.
That's exciting though, because I do like card games. I feel like I enjoyed what little that I played of what's Hearthstone. I liked Hearthstone for what little I
but
played.
the thing is about Balatro. The thing I think not to like glaze, but like the thing about Balatro is like it does what all really high quality roguelikes do. Slay the Spire, or deck builder roguelike specifically.
Peglin?
No. I'm talking about deck building roguelike specifically.
Oh, yes,
Inscription,
yes.
Slay the Spire, or like and to me the standard of deck building roguelikes. With and I think those two specifically. You can name a couple, but I think Inscription and Slay the Spire specifically, which did get a sequel. Let's go. But like it makes you are playing a roguelike that happens to be poker. You are not playing poker that's trying to turn into a roguelike, which is very different because it's like you are playing the roguelike, and then while you're playing the roguelike, you're learning how to play poker.
What's cool about it, in my opinion, is like foundationally it's poker, but you can play it in so many different ways with its engine and like it's just gameplay loop. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm excited to play. I mean, one of my favorite games this year was also a roguelike. It's a game called Peglin. I think we talked about it briefly on the show before, but it's like a roguelike pachinko game where you play as this little elf dude and you get like different balls and you use the different balls with different abilities. And it's really genuinely a lot of fun.
With balls?
And it came out last year.
Great
It
with
came
the
out.
balls.
Right, I'm great with the balls. It came out last year on mobile, and then they released it in like an Indie World Direct, and I had a really good time with it. So I feel like because I sort of been looking for that roguelike fix, I actually do think Balatro is going to get me addicted while I'm traveling.
Balatro is fantastic, and
Great.
Even though it came out on PC first, the game is better on mobile. It is built.
I can imagine. Yeah,
it is better on mobile.
Playing it on the go, and yeah. Best action game, Black Myth Wukong. Best action adventure, Astrobot. Best RPG, Metaphor, once again. Best fighting game, thank goodness it was not Multiverses. It was Tekken 8.
I wanted it to be Multiverses so bad.
I thought Dragon Ball would take this. I'm very glad.
I actually thought it was going to be Dragon Ball, yeah.
You guys really thought Dragon Ball was going to take it over?
I thought because of popularity. I thought because of popularity, Dragon Ball would take it.
Oh, but I even
Recency
in
bias.
terms of popularity,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a 90-10 split. Like the fan vote only counts for 10% of each
No,
of these votes.
I know,
90.
but like for some things, it really does feel like sometimes they should pick the more popular game. That's what I'm saying.
Ah.
Like Tekken definitely should win.
Oh
but
yeah.
it feels like they were going to pick like Dragon Ball and
They
Multiverses.
might have not
Yeah.
been paid off this time. Hold on.
The one I was
Next.
really
Yeah,
surprised
we
about
need
the
to
next
add a
one,
Tekken 8
honestly.
trailer and then in the
Wait,
what
wait,
should
wait,
go
we're
on?
gonna save it. We're gonna get to reveals in a second. Don't get ahead of yourselves. We got other things to
I'm talking
talk
I was
about
about
first.
Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Best,
I'm gonna
talking
say some
about.
Warner Bros. Shit, but yeah.
We got best sim and strategy game. Unicorn Overlord actually lost. It went to Frostpunk 2.
That's not surprising, honestly.
Have you played it?
Well, just from the
it's a
consensus
niche,
of
probably.
like sim game players, it's like people just did not have that same opinion.
Man, that
People
makes me sad.
consider
The
it more of
Unicorn
an
was so good.
RPG.
Unicorn
Well,
Overlord?
I feel like people consider it more of a RPG, like a JRPG.
It is definitely
now.
no. It's more of a strategy game for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
I feel like it feels like Fire Emblem. I mean, it is like obviously it plays very different. You're not on a grid, but a
Yeah.
lot of the character interactions and like the romance aspect of it and the side quests, it feels very very Fire Emblem. I mean, it was like my Fire Emblem game this year essentially. Yeah. But cool for Frostpunk. Best family game. This again, really big one. For the first time, I think actually not a Nintendo game. This was Astrobot winning for best family game. Cool. Best sports and racing was EA Sports FC 25. So it was not WWE, even though we mentioned that WWE. Why are you saying? Yeah, have you played this?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Best multiplayer game was Helldivers. Best adaptation. This was the one that really surprised me. Best adaptation was
No.
not Arcane. It was Fallout instead.
No,
No. This didn't surprise me, and I fought with. And I remember I gloated in front of everybody when the reason I cheered when it won is because everybody in these group calls when we were doing these debates yelled at me, said it's gonna be Arcade.
I
You're
thought it,
crazy.
yeah,
You're
for
wrong."
sure.
Yeah, and I told them no, because one, Arcane wasn't even done by the time this thing happened.
It was.
Second of all, actually,
It
no,
was.
you were actually wait, Roger, you were in the call when everyone was against me. I was
Yeah,
saying that like,
I said it was
Fallout-
going to be Arcane. Yeah.
I said it was gonna be Fallout because the difference is like, Arcane to me was the Elden Ring, where it was like we're nominating it because it's like amazing, but Fallout for 2024 was like the standout game adaptation. Like that was the thing everyone was talking about. Like that was the new
I just don't.
standout
I
thing.
just think Arcane wasn't as good as Fallout.
I think
That-
that's
I mean,
totally
that-
fair. I mean, it could
that could be the
very
case
well
too.
be true. Yeah.
But I
I
do
feel like
also
the
think it's that
judges
thing.
definitely did have the final Arcane episodes. That's like, for whenever they do screeners for stuff like this, they usually will give the preview
Because they had
episodes
seen
to
the first
voting
6,
board.
no?
They
Yeah,
had
maybe.
seen
No, the nominations
public-
came out the
public
the
had seen
day
the first
of.
6.
The nominations came out the day of the last 3 episodes being released to the public. So
But
they've
the-
definitely
Yeah, but the
the
judges
voting
had all
panel
the-
definitely
yeah.
saw the 3 last
Okay.
episodes.
Yeah.
But I still think that it was like Arcane was the Elden Ring, where like they
Yeah.
renommed it because it was amazing to just like obviously to have it there, but it was gonna be Fallout.
And in my eyes, I just think Fallout was more impactful on me than Arcane. Like Arcane's ending kind of left a sour taste on my palate, and
That's fair.
like Fallout's ending was like, damn, I need to see more immediately. I need
Does it
season
set up?
2
Does
right
it set
now.
up a season 2?
Yes,
Because like
100%.
Arcane's done. Yeah, is the difference. Okay, so it does.
Literally, if you listen to the speech that the Fallout winner gave, he
Yeah.
literally teased even more about the second season.
All right. Well, there you go. Best esports athlete was Faker. Best esports game was League of Legends. Content creator of the year was Casio, who was the burger tier list guy. Shout out to him, being one of the 2 that I recognized before, so that's cool. And most anticipated game, no surprise, Grand Theft Auto 6. So there you go. And then finally, player's voice went to Black Myth Wukong.
Get fucked, every mobile gacha player.
That was that entire player's voice thing was honestly very shocking to me. Like I wasn't surprised with Genshin and Wuthering Waves and Zenless getting on there because of the way that these games, like these gacha games, push people to vote for it so that you
They
get the
need
extra
to
primo
not-
gems.
They gotta figure out a way, man.
But like Sonic, I feel like the Sonic community was pushing for Sonic
It's
Shadow.
just not bigger than these things. Like,
Yeah.
Man.
like Zenless Black Myth Wukong and Genshin all have China. There's a very big China vote, and the Sonic fan base is not going to beat that. It's just not.
I'm
I don't
saying
even
this is
think
a
it's
Hoyo
just
person
China
though.
for the gotchas. Like they
Yeah.
know they're gonna get free stuff. You know.
As a Hoyo person, I will say I'm happy Genshin lost because Honkai's not here, and I would have rather had free stuff in Honkai. I would have rather had
just
Stellar
think
Jades.
that these categories just shouldn't have gacha games in them.
I also think that's fair. Yeah, exactly. There shouldn't be like incentive and buying out people's votes for this. Yeah. I agree. Well, with that being said, we've gone through all the different awards. Now let's talk about all the big announcements that they made during this, and there were a lot of them. We're going to go in order because obviously there were a ton of these. Even the pre-show had some good announcements. So during the pre-show, we had a new Ninja Gaiden game, which is kind of neat that got
That
announced.
is gorgeous.
Very, very pretty.
Yeah, it's Dotemu. The second, because the first thing that showed up was Dotemu, and I knew right away. I was like, this game's gonna look gorgeous because they did the TMNT game that looks amazing. They do like a lot of sprite-based games that look insane.
They
So
did
when I
the
saw they were
other
doing-
Double Dragon game as well.
yes, yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
Neon?
Yep.
Yeah.
We also got the announcement of Slay the Spire 2, which I know Tito was very excited about. I heard him earlier talking about Slay the Spire.
sir. Yes, Slay the Spire 2. I popped off like crazy. I'm really a roguelike guy. So that shit is.
Was that game known or was this a reveal?
No,
Like was this?
no. I don't know.
It's been known. This was just the gameplay trailer.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
thought people knew that it existed and people were they were making it. But I think this is the first time we've seen it, and it's gorgeous. Gouges.
We
I
also
don't know why I
got
became Arnold there.
we also got this. I thought was actually a pretty interesting announcement. This is called Shadow Labyrinth, and it is a Pac-Man Metroidvania. Apparently a dark.
random as the fuck.
It's cool though. It looks
It
kind of
is
neat.
cool though. It looks great.
Me, McDareth, and Viren were in call and we were watching that shit, and we were just all perplexed by it. They were like trying to figure out what it was, and then I immediately saw the yellow thing, and I'm like, "Is this Pac-Man?" And
That
it
looked like
opened its
ass,
fucking-
bro.
It opened its fucking mouth. Oh, but I think it's inspired by the secret level stuff. That's why.
It is definitely.
Funny
yeah.
enough is they actually said that the secret level thing is based on this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's based
Like,
on the
so
game.
It's the opposite. Yeah, it's the game was
Oh.
made first, and they based the secret level off it. But
Interesting.
the game still looks so ass to me. It looks so flash animation. Like it looked like if they were doing a promo for a McDonald's thing and they made like a website
Promo
game
for a
for it.
McDonald's.
It's-
Have. I don't know
no,
about
right? It
that.
looked really bad, man.
I have to go back
I
and
don't know
rewatch
about
it because
that.
I feel like it looked pretty good from what I remember.
I don't know, man. I play
Maybe we
these
weren't
things
really
all the
paying
time.
attention.
Look at it again. It like looks very like flash animation.
One thing I actually think looks kind of fun was that soccer game from the Sifu guys. Do you know the name of that game?
Yeah, that shit looks crazy.
yeah.
Actually.
That actually looks kind of
Cool.
fun.
I think it's
Roger.
bold, it's bold to make a soccer
Re-
game nowadays.
rematch?
Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called a rematch, but people online are calling it FIFU. which is funny.
Sifu.
That's funny.
They should have just gone with that name. That's actually a really good name.
Yeah.
And you know immediately what it is. Yeah, I like the weird
I called
environments.
it
It's pretty.
Rocket League without the cars.
There you go. Yeah. I feel like this could potentially be huge. I feel like, there's obviously worldwide soccer is extremely popular. FIFA is extremely popular.
Are we just naming games that we saw that we liked, or are you going through them?
Well,
Sorry.
these are the pre-show ones. These are just
Oh,
the
okay.
pre-show ones. Yeah. So then we're going to go in order of the actual show. So in order of the actual show, the first big reveal was The Witcher 4. So we get the first
that shit was kind
first trailer for The Witcher 4. It looks pretty
That shit was
good.
Crazy.
I think they should have saved that for the final game.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I
think
also
it's- I
agree.
think it's-
Yes.
I think it's the strongest final game out of all of the games that they showed.
What about that?
Yeah,
new
I
one?
also feel.
You know we can get there when we get there.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say we're definitely gonna get there when we get there, but I also agree that would have been a much stronger game. But it was funny because, like, if you go watch our reaction, we were saying during this portion with Witcher, it's like, man, I'd hate to be the game that follows Witcher, and then they announce, well, here you go, new Elden Ring, new standalone PvE Elden Ring game, coming out
Co-op
next
PvE.
year. Co-op
three-person
PvE, that's
co-op.
right. Right. Coming out next year, also on PS4, which is insane. That game is also going to be a PS4 game. Elden Ring Night Reign. And apparently, it's a multiplayer game that takes place adjacent to the original game's timeline. Players can team up and take on challenging bosses and challenges with a look that's familiar to that of the previous Elden Ring projects. Looks awesome to me. I am super down for this. I loved Shadow of the Air Tree. I'm down to do some like multiplayer co-op fun stuff with you guys. Yeah, Elden Ring Night Rain. Very, very cool. We got this next one. That's right. I forgot even about this one. This is the next game from Team Eco. So Ueda's next project. This is the creator of Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian, Project Robot. We got the reveal of that, looking very, very cool.
Hold on. The one thing I definitely was excited to see that, and I wanted to see more. But like, we'll probably touch on it again later on as you list through these more.
Sure.
But these trailers, like barely giving us anything, and then on top of it, with no gameplay, is so frustrating, man.
Well, that trailer in particular, the Project Robot game, that Team Eco game, that I think was gameplay. Him like climbing up the Colossus and stuff is very much.
Yeah, but it was kind of like it's so. I get it displays that they're working on something, and you can get somewhat of a feel of what it's going to be, but it's still like you don't necessarily know all too much about that compared to other trailers that were shown.
And there was a lot of that, to be fair. I mean, there's been a lot of that for years now, I think, at this point. But yeah, I think that's completely.
Like, you can only get so excited off of a trailer like that.
I feel like the Elden Ring one did show a lot, though. That was one of the few that was full like gameplay, showed a lot of bosses.
I don't think it was comparable to like what I'm talking about.
No. I know what you're talking about, though. Also, yeah, the new Team Eco game is published by Epic as well. And yeah, it's going to be a while before we get an actual name for that one. We got the new co-op game from the It Takes Two team. It's called Split Fiction.
Looks great.
Looks pretty fun, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it looks fun. It says basically it's focusing on two different authors, one that specializes in fantasy and one that's on sci-fi, respectively. But there was also like a lot of goofy stuff in there. There were like pigs getting turned into hot dogs and stuff.
I mean, like it's they found their niche at Hazelight. Like they understand with Away how well it did, and then It Takes Two, fucking 20 million sales.
Yep.
Everyone was playing that. Like it's gonna be the same thing. Like this is probably gonna expand a lot more on It Takes Two, and it's gonna do even better. So and they're doing the same thing where you only need one copy to play multiplayer,
which is great.
Yeah,
to encourage more people to play together. We also got the first official reveal for Borderlands 4. So this got shown off. Set to launch in 2025. They didn't give a date for it. I was actually wondering with the beginning of that trailer where it looked kind of CG. I was like, why did they get rid of the cell shading? I feel like the cell shading of Borderlands is kind of what makes that game special, and it looks like they really toned it down.
I don't think they'll ever actually fully get rid of it.
Yeah, but once you see the gameplay, I thought the gameplay looked pretty nice.
Yeah, Borderlands.
I don't play Borderlands, you know.
Borderlands.
It looks
I have
fine.
a strong opinion on Borderlands.
Let's hear it. Let's hear your strong opinion.
Well, first off, fuck Randy Pitchford.
True.
I think Borderlands has definitely lost its like what's the word
prestige?
I'm looking for? Not prestige.
It's prestige.
Well, it has lost.
I was like, the movie completely bombed.
But like its theme, like like its identity. Like I feel like since it's the Borderlands 1, it's just not the same anymore. Like if you look at the 4 original characters you can play in Borderlands 1 compared to 4. There's no identity to 4 characters you can play in that at least they showed off in Borderlands 4.
Well,
and like the look of it is just not the same. Like
I think like with the original Borderlands, like they were those games are like the original loot shooters, right? Like those were the OG games where, like you would like beat a boss, weapons would pull up, and then you'd be like, oh, I want the golden purple one. Now that like almost a billion games have come out with that nature. Like, here's the purple armor, the gold armor, the blue armor. I mean, right? Like, it's a much less.
So real fast though, because I'm not disagreeing with you for a looter shooter, right? But you know where that came from, though.
No, I mean, it was Borderlands, right?
No, it wasn't. It was Diablo.
It was Diablo.
But it was for a shooter, like for a shooter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because Diablo was not a shooter. Because it became the term looter shooter. Yeah. I get that.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
no, for sure. It was like looter shooter was like the coined
yeah, it
by
was
it,
definitely
and now everyone's
Borderlands,
done
yeah.
it.
I don't know
Sure,
if any of
sure.
you have played it, but I do like. I think the closest Borderlands ever got to Borderlands 1 was actually Tina's.
I played a little bit of Tiny Tina's.
Tiny
Yeah,
Tina's
Tiny
Wonderland.
Tina's Wonderland. Yeah.
Like,
That was early last year,
yeah,
wasn't it?
which is the D&D one basically.
Yeah.
Right.
And that game is the closest you can get to the original Borderlands, and that game arguably is better than most of the Borderland games. That game's really good.
Dang.
Like
I also think that just like Borderlands needs to be played in multiplayer. I don't think.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
I feel like it's definitely much better with the group, but I feel like you
Yeah.
can play it alone and still get something out of it. But playing with friends adds a lot to Borderlands.
But yeah, just I'm not excited at all for Borderlands 4. The movie
Well, one
the movie turned people off. Randy Pitchford shit. Man.
One thing that you can play with friends, and you should be excited about, is the
Oh,
fact that they are
hello.
adding Clive Rossfield from Final Fantasy 16 to Tekken 8 as the final character of the first DLC pack. And actually, he's going to drop on December 19th, which is kind of crazy,
16,
too.
if you have the season
Oh,
pass.
16th if you have the pre-order. So there you
Yep,
go.
yep,
Okay,
yep.
wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I thought
Also,
this was very cool.
I just remembered this. So Harada lied twice on this patch. He said Heihachi Mishima is dead. He's not coming
Right.
back.
And he said no
we're
guest
not
characters."
doing guest characters in this first patch.
Right, right.
Yeah, no,
I'm telling you, I'll
Heihachi's
tell you
worse
right
than
now.
Sakurai.
Yeah, he is definitely Harada is definitely worse than Sakurai. I also will say this right now. He's also lying about a lot of other stuff too, because Tifa is most definitely going to be in the second pack. Guaranteed.
Harada is on some
He was
LeBron
in the game.
James lying.
Like when are people gonna realize that Harada's just a fucking liar, man? He just
Yeah,
like
he is. He's on his
Of
LeBron
course.
James shit, bro.
People are like, yo, Harada's cool. Harada's a heel, man. Harada loves lying
And
to you.
especially considering the next announcement, I think we kind of already can guess a second guest character for the next Tekken pack. I think it's going to be someone from Virtua Fighter, because he said,
Yeah,
why would
I
we
think
put a
so.
Virtua Fighter character? Virtua Fighter doesn't have anything. They got to make a new game first. And lo and behold, Virtua Fighter making a comeback. So we're getting it by the Yakuza team, which is pretty sick. New Virtua Fighter in development with more details to come. They announced a Virtua Fighter Direct. And during the Direct today, they announced that Virtua Fighter 5 Revo is going to be launching in early next year, which is essentially like a complete redo of Virtua Fighter 5.
Yeah, they announced
Get
that
people
before.
hyped for the
That's
new
out.
one.
we
Send
already-
that out.
Yeah, they announced that before.
But they
as one of
showcased a lot of it.
Yeah.
As one of the multiple fighting game heads that are on this show, I would like to say one thing and one thing only. I can't wait for people to realize that niggas don't really fuck with Virtual Fighter like that.
I'm saying,
game
man,
is
no
something
like,
else.
Outside of like Japan.
yeah, like Virtual Fighter is not a game for. If you're listening to this show, it's probably not for you. That's not a game that you will probably
I like
like.
Virtua Fighter, though.
No.
Why don't you like Virtua Fighter?
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
What I'm saying is that Virtual Fighter is a game that, for the wide audience, it is a niche.
Oh, yes,
game.
it is. Yes,
It is.
yeah.
It is a game that most people do not like to play. Like, unless now, it is the most Japanese fighting game ever, because the way the game plays, the aesthetic, everything like that, really caters to the Japanese FGC specifically. Because what it doesn't do, like, it's that quote of Sakurai being like, I don't know why everyone's talking about Smash competitively. If you want to play a real competitive game, go play Virtual Fighter. Like he said that.
Yeah.
So it's like.
I mean, I don't think
it
we're
is-
getting simple control mode in this. I think it's
No,
the one big
no.
thing,
It
right?
is-
That's
it is
not
a-
happening.
It is the most. Virtual Fighter is the most fighting game of all fighting games. It is.
Yes.
It is. Hey, it is footsies. It is fundamentals. It is spacing. It is frame data, and a lot of y'all don't like that. Like a lot of y'all not built for that. A lot of y'all want to see Marvel foot stomp and hidden missile and fucking unblockable blockables. That's what it is. So, but the game looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it
You
looks
know what's
very
kind of
cool.
crazy? If I had a quarter for every Final Fantasy character that Kazuya Mishima has fought, I'd have exactly $1.
Yeah.
There you go. That's fantastic.
And that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah,
That is a lot.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
lot.
fucking
10
lot.
different times, yeah. Cloud, Sephiroth,
That's a quarter.
Noctis. Well, hold
So
on, wait,
4.
so who else? Cloud, Sephiroth, Noctis, Clive.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
so 4.
Yeah, a quarter.
Oh, you said I thought you said a dime.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
he
a quarter.
fought 10? Oh, a quarter. I see. Well, the other thing, which I think is kind of crazy, is the fact that in addition to Virtua Fighter coming back, the Yakuza devs are also making a classic Yakuza game, so not an RPG, an actual action game again, that's set in 1915 Japan, which I think is incredibly cool.
Dude,
This looks very, very cool.
it looks amazing, and I just, like I said this on Twitter, I don't know how that studio operates, bro. Let me tell you, since 2015, when Yakuza 0 blew up, right? 2016, Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza 6. 2017, Yakuza Kiwami 2. 2018, Fist of the North Star, Yakuza 3 Remastered, and Judgment. 2019, Yakuza 4, Yakuza 5, Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz HD. 2020, Yakuza Like a Dragon. 2021, Judgment Remastered, Lost Judgment, Monkey Ball, Virtua Fighter 5. And then the only time they took a break was in 2022. Then in 2023, they did Like a Dragon.
Immediately, beginning of the year, right? Exactly.
The Kiryu spinoff, and then this year, Infinite Wealth and Banana Rumble. They're crazy.
And then next
bro.
year,
Like,
you've got Virtual Fighter, you've got this Project Century, and you've got in February the Pirates in Hawaii game, the spinoff with Goro. So it's
I
like,
don't
man,
understand them.
Yeah,
They're
I
crazy.
think like Sega that is just their best studio. Like they just a lot of because I'm pretty certain like a lot of people that worked on like the old Daytona, the old Virtual Fighter, they're all in that studio. Like it's just like the Sega has a lot of strong talent in that studio, and Sega got their heads out their asses.
And they're consistently good. Like even if you look at the latest Monkey Ball was also very, very good. That just recently came out.
All their games.
Yeah.
They have a good devs. Like it was just to say, like their development cycle is crazy. They reuse assets super well. They have like different teams doing stuff. They're crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to
anyone
RPG
else
Studio, man.
Think with the Project Century, that's what it's called, right?
Project Century, yeah.
When they first showed it a little bit at the beginning, it was black and white, and the scenery was being shown. For a split second in my head, I was like, "Bro, is this a Godzilla game?" Because of the fucking
Oh, that would have been
Godzilla
sick,
movie.
actually, though. Yeah,
The
sure.
Godzilla movie made me think of it. I was like, "Damn, this might be a Godzilla game."
That'd be cool. I'd be down for a Godzilla game one day. But I love the idea. I love like historical fiction, and so to me, having a Yakuza set back in like 1915 pre-World War II Japan is a very interesting, fun concept for a game.
Yeah.
And it looks good. Yeah.
I'm not thinking crazy, right? Yakuza is normally not that violent.
No.
No.
But the thing about Yakuza that I appreciate as somebody who, if you guys listen to the show, you know this, or like if you watch any of my content, I am not somebody who really likes super violent, gory, bloody games. I never have. But I think the thing that I appreciate about Yakuza is there's always things where you could tone it down, right? They were clearly doing it at like the max settings in that trailer to show it off to people. But Yakuza is always good about being like, if you just want to turn it off, you can just turn it off. And they still make the things brutal. And obviously the cutscenes are still brutal. But again, it services the story, right? Because again, you're following Yakuza members. Of course, they're going to be shooting people in the head. Like, it comes with the territory. So I am
see something
stoked
from like a
for this.
Japanese studio that has that level of violence in it. Because normally that doesn't come out of Japan like that.
Yeah, and because the game is set in like 1915, it's going to be more like, knives and swords and stuff like that too. So I think that'll be really cool. Yeah. Super excited for that. Also, I saw a lot of people super excited for Turok coming back, which, by the way, this Turok Origins game was also in that NVIDIA leak a couple years ago, further confirming everything that was on there. So pretty much all we have left, right, it's Final Fantasy IX. We got the Final Fantasy Tactics remake, right? There's a couple other games that are on there, but again, Turok Origins.
But Power Stone might just be in the bundle that's coming
right.
out.
We know about that now. Yeah, Power Stone's coming back, so not a huge shock. But yeah, Turok was one of those games. So cool. I thought it was Ark for a second. So I'm glad it's not. I'm glad it's Turok.
I saw Universal, and then I saw like it's dinosaurs and somewhat sci-fi. It's like, is this Turok? Does Universal own Turok?
No. That's what you said was this is a Jurassic Park game or whatever.
Oh,
right. And then you were like, it has to be because no other game can have dinosaurs except Turok, right? And then the dinosaur ran past the screen, and you're like, is Turok owned by Universal?
Yeah, I was so confused.
Yeah,
but
right on.
A lot of shit.
Right on.
Like one of those arcade shooter games?
No, it was like
old school
N64
N64 FPS. Yeah, Turok, and specifically Turok 2. Turok 2 was like, I think 1998. So it was kind of considered that year
that like 1998, 1999 portion of the N64's lifespan is considered
I
like
never
peak,
played
right?
it.
That's like Ocarina of Time, Super Smash Brothers, right? Turok 2. There's like a lot of games that came out. The original Mario Party. There was a lot of stuff that came out in that time frame. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool that it's coming back though. I probably won't play it, but well, one thing I will play, Onimusha coming back. Onimusha Way of the Sword getting announced. One of a couple pretty huge announcements from Capcom during this
Can you
thing.
describe how Onimusha plays? Is this like a game from Capcom that I actually have not really seen anything about?
It is like a hack and slash kind of action game, is I think the best way to describe it. It's not quite action game on the level of like a Stellar Blade or a Black Myth Wukong, but it's more like hack and slashy. But I mean, it's great, and
So
they're
it's kinda
classic
like
games.
Ninja Gaiden, like around there. Like maybe not as punishing as Ninja Gaiden.
Maybe
but like
not
that
as
style.
punishing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean that'd be more of an equivalent. Yeah, certainly more than like a Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, I'm seeing some people saying Onimusha is like Samurai Resident Evil. I mean, I wouldn't say that. It's a little quicker than Resident Evil. You're not like walking around like a pile of bricks. You know, I mean, it's a little quicker, but I mean, yeah, I guess Resident Evil. That's the framing of it is similar to that. Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of cool. Again, it's cool that we're getting a new one. It's also cool that we're getting a new game from the Overcooked team. This game is called Stage Fright. Again, co-op looking game where you've got two characters playing in two different zones that have to work together, fighting similar looking characters. And then also it's being published by the No Man's Sky developer, which is kind of interesting too. So yeah, Overcooked meets their new game from the No Man's Sky people. That's there. We got a very, 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 very brief glimpse. I think Fidel, I'm sorry I'm going to out you, but this happened on my live stream, so I figure I have to say it. Aru was reacting with me. It was me, Reagan, and Aru, and we were reacting to this game. I freaked out seeing it was Sonic Racing, saw Shadow, thought this was going to be kind of cool, and then we got nothing. We moved on to the next announcement, which was Mafia, and then Aru said, I'm sorry, I have to read this out. And you said specifically, I can't believe they edged me like this regarding this Sonic Racing announcement. So were you expecting something more? Was this something that you knew about previously? This Sonic Racing Crossworlds game?
You're freaky.
Oh, I like that he left called. He said,
Okay,
I
well, I'll
had
hop
nothing
in
to
here
do with
because
this. Okay.
this was the most
Hop in.
excited I got because
Hello?
like
Sorry, my mom called.
your mom called while you were talking about edging, is what happened.
Oh my god!
Whoa. You were talking
we're
about
at Sonic.
Sonic, yeah, right. I like that you knew immediately what I was talking about. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So Sonic Racing Crossworlds. So go ahead, McDareth. What were you saying
yeah, because
first?
I love like Team Sonic Racing. It wasn't as good, and that was the fear. Is like after Team Sonic Racing, I think it sold well, but then they never updated it. So that to me felt like maybe they're just done like doing racing games, and Sumo Digital started working on Little Big Planet. So I was afraid they weren't even gonna do another like racing game for a while even. So this came up.
It has been a while too, though. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a bit. So when this came up, saw Shadow, he got in the car and he drove off. I'm first thinking, please don't be a fucking mobile game. Like, don't be talking about a mobile game. That was my first fear.
It's not
the thing
though, right?
popped up and showed all the
No, it's
consoles.
not.
I screamed. I was so happy. That was actually the most excited I got on all the Game Awards. But I'm biased as shit. But I was very happy for a new Sonic Racing game.
Yeah, I mean, I was yelling just off of excitement, but I also was like, what the fuck? They didn't show me shit. And it was the info after that came out that got me excited because you kind of have to dig for it. But like, if right now you Google the game and you look at the website description says like traverse through air, land, sea, time, and space. So it seems like the game is going to take the actual mechanics from All Stars Racing Transformed, which was like the best one.
Yeah.
And there's also going to be some space stuff and some some time travel, which probably explains why he goes through the ring. I assume one of the mechanics.
Did you notice
would be
this too,
that.
Fidel? That the it's not
board?
called warped. No, like the font and the style of like the very last word in the title screen looks a lot like Sonic Prime.
It does. It does look like Prime, which I noticed that comparison. I think it
You
might
mean
be a
I
coincidence.
almost like freaked out a second. I thought you meant Metroid Prime, and I was like,
No,
wait,
no,
what?
no.
You get Metroid characters in Sonic?
No, the Netflix show.
Yeah, no, it looked like that. But I think that might be a bit of a coincidence because again, like I was thinking just because of that description that it just means. I think it just means they're going to be traveling everywhere. And because the site says space and time, I think that's what ties into the writer's board being on the wall.
Yeah,
is I
that
think,
was cool. They showed that.
Yeah. And because I think in Sonic All Stars, which transformed, when you go in the air, the car would turn into like a flying ship. When you went to the water, it would turn to like a hover board, like a hover ship on top of the water. So I'm thinking whether you go through space or time will be when your car turns to the rider's gear. I think that might be one of the big hooks of the game. Is rider's gear is in the game, but it's going to be tied to when you go through space or time.
So, so
Not to interrupt real quick. We were just on the topic of Sega, and Sakurai just tweeted this, and I think it's really funny. He quote retweeted the Virtua Fighter anniversary announcements and all the stuff that came out of the Game Awards, and he just quote retweeted with the phrase, "You may have forgotten, but I put Virtua Fighter content in Smash Brothers."
Yeah,
Which is kind of a crazy thing to just tweet randomly. But anyway, sorry, continue.
We're saying Tito.
Yeah. Why are they in cars? Can he run faster than the car?
Yeah, that's why they're in. Well, to me, that's
Hey,
why
they gotta
they're in
take a break
cars,
sometimes,
'cause
bro.
If it's just on foot and they're legitimately running and Sonic is trying, he wins.
Well, also, this
So-
wait. Can I give a minor spoiler for Sonic 3?
Please,
minor.
No,
It's
seriously, no.
Okay, no, I was asking. No, I know, because I was just gonna say, in relation to vehicles.
He's
You know,
still
'cause you
gonna
guys are
spoil it.
I'm not. I promise I'm not. I was just gonna say that you know where I'm going with this, but I feel like that question gets answered is all I'll say regarding vehicles. If you see the new Sonic movie, that's all I'm gonna say. The question gets answered. Yeah.
But
I mean,
I will also say,
movie
like,
Sonic is an inexperienced Sonic. We're talking about legit Sonic. If they're racing, Sonic wins. Like that's the whole. If they're racing
This
on
is
the
third
foot.
movie. Isn't he nice by now?
It's not Sonic's not the one on the vehicle. Obviously, it's Shadows in the trailer. You see that. But I'm saying the explanation is there. Yeah.
Also, like, the thing is, if they're on foot, then like at that point you're just developing levels that are just mainline Sonic game levels. Whereas like a kart racer is like a very inherently different type of level design and movement.
I'm looking real quick. I lost my train of thought when I was.
Here we go.
Okay, I'll bring up something.
No, the next-
that you're probably
hold
not
on.
going to talk about.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
So during the Game Awards, you know how they, Jeff always reveals like you can watch the Game Awards in Fortnite and blah blah blah.
Oh,
you know,
yes,
that
Snoop Dogg.
segment?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so apparently, Fortnite island codes can end up being phone numbers in Indonesia if they start with 08. And coincidentally, the island code for the Fortnite island this year started in 08. So Jeff Keighley unintentionally doxed some guy in Indonesia, and on Twitter there was like a whole thing about it that this guy got like 200 phone calls and a bunch of texts, and it was so fucking funny.
Dang. Heart goes out to this random dude in Indonesia whose phone number got doxxed during the Game Awards. Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, you're right. I was not going to talk about that. One thing I was going to bring up before the last two big closing announcements was Jeff basically listened to the feedback regarding talking about layoffs in the industry, and there was a new award. There was the Game Changer Award that they gave out during the show, and they honored the guy who put together that list of like the developer list for hiring, and I thought his speech was very nice. I was just gonna say that guy was cool. I liked that. That was one of the best speeches of the night.
They recognized him because I remember seeing. I knew of what that stuff was that he did, but I was never able to attach it to a name or a person. So when they explained what it was he was being awarded for, I was like, "Oh my god, it's that! I know exactly what this is." Yeah, very wholesome.
And apparently he's a business developer at Tencent. So obviously Tencent owns like however many companies at this point. So it's probably going to help a lot of people moving forward that he got all those names on that list. But I thought he was very nice. His speech was lovely, and him thanking his parents and stuff. I thought that was really nice.
You know who else's speech I thought was really good?
Which one?
the founder of Larian Games,
Oh yes.
you know,
Oh, who didn't
obviously
get a chance to speak previously? That's right.
yeah,
Right.
and
Yeah.
obviously he gave that really good speech just prior to the Game of the Year being presented, just talking about essentially, you know, great games being developed from passion and, you know, unified vision coming together rather than just being forced to try to
Like the fucking Catley game.
yeah. Oh god, we don't
Oh,
need to
that's
talk
right. The
about
cat leak. Right. That.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't realize that was AI at first, though, and then you guys
It
said
goes
it was
way
AI
deep, it goes
afterwards.
way deeper
Yeah.
than that, brother.
It has
Wait,
that.
so
Hey,
wait,
let's
what
go
is
with
it
it.
though? Hold on, I would like to know.
I honestly wasn't sure what I was looking at.
Okay, so Catley is a purely AI generated fucking thing where their Steam page has no gameplay. All of their descriptions are AI generated and stuff like that. And someone went and looked deeper into it, and they found that all of this Catley shit is owned by this one guy who has background in cryptocurrency and NFT rug pools. And
Oh man.
and he has, the Catley thing is built specifically off of blockchain technology. So
Oh no.
yeah, don't have any association with that.
No, that sucks
Yeah.
because it looked cute at
Pokimane
first. I was
lost a
like,
few points on my list for that.
oh no.
It was very weird
Dang,
that like
sucks.
so I was looking at it, it's like this looks like AI, but then my thought is like I don't think Jeff would let an AI
Yeah,
game
that
on the
seems-
Game Awards.
right,
That's why I
right.
was like maybe it's not, but it had that distinct look that just looks
Dang,
AI.
that's a bummer
The
because it looks
uncanny
cute
look,
from
yeah.
the man. That stinks. Well, thankfully, we can wash out the taste of AI cats with the taste of godly dogs because we got the Okami sequel announced
Yes,
during the
sir.
game. This
Mhm.
was my personal favorite announcement of the show. This
No,
was
me too.
goated. Because at first, when he said it was going to be a magical announcement that was like important
Kingdom
for Game
Hearts.
Awards, that's what I thought. All three of us were like, it's going to be Kingdom Hearts, whatever. Then they start playing the Japanese drums, and we're like, what the heck is this? And then
Yeah.
Megan's like, yeah, maybe it's going to be Okami. And we sit there, and sure enough, it's Okami sequel. And not only is it an Okami sequel, Kamiya is coming back to direct it with his new studio,
Crazy.
Clovers, which is made up of all the people, because obviously he no longer is with Platinum Games, and Clovers is made up of a lot of the original developers of the original Okami. And so we're finally getting a full-on sequel. Obviously, we had Okami Den, that was the cute sequel game that was on DS, but like a full, proper sequel for Okami is now in development, and I think that was just absolutely lovely. Yeah,
Like,
very
that
happy
was-
about
said,
this.
I was gonna say, like Varen said when they announced the studio's Clovers, that it's actually just full circle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And with
I
this
just
in
love
mind,
that.
with this in mind,
go, Vir.
does that mean that we're potentially gonna get a Beautiful Joe sequel in the
Oh
future?
my God, Beautiful
Because
Joe sequel developed by their
I
studios.
feel like that's on the table.
Bro,
Oh
I've been
my
waiting for
God,
this
would be
for 25
fire.
years, bro.
Nah, he's
Yes,
gonna do
sir.
it.
Sequel, or you want just like a remake?
What's the other game?
I
that
would
they
like a
do,
new game.
or that they've
Yeah.
done?
They did project number something, right? The girl that was like Bayonetta pre-Bayonetta with
Yeah.
like the white
In
armor.
the space
No,
thing and
no,
the
that's
Right.
not what I'm
stuff.
thinking of. I'm thinking of
It's
another
gonna
game.
happen. He had
Beautiful
an
Joe
interview.
Okami. What was his other one? I don't know.
Where
Did
there's
they do God Hand or was that different?
Yes,
Capcom
God
studio?
Hand.
Oh, God
Hand.
Hand. That's right. I forgot about that. Right.
You know, he in July had an interview where he said he wanted to make Okami 2 and Beautiful Joe 3. So those two
Man,
are
oh,
happening,
man, oh, man.
100%.
That's exciting stuff, man.
And
I can't wait.
now that's it. Like, I think Jeff Keighley was right. Where like, Okami's a game that like, I feel like even if you don't care about it, you would see that and be like, oh shit, like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
bringing that back because like I don't know, it's a game that like everyone that's played it loves it, and then
I haven't
people
played
know
it.
Amaterasu. It's just it is a really magical announcement. The way they
I
did it.
have not played the original Okami. I have Okami HD on my Switch, but I have not played through it probably since high school. It's been like a long time since the last time I. Oh no, it would have been early college because I didn't have a PS2 in high school, so it would have been early college. But still, in all, like it's been a long time, and I do
Yeah.
actually think I want to go back and like replay the whole thing prior to this one
I
coming
think
out.
I'm probably gonna start it because of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, there's
it's
like a
$5
huge
right
sale
now on the
going on.
eShop.
I was just gonna say, yeah, you could literally get it for $5. They
There's
did
a
a
bunch of
massive
sales
sale.
going on for stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Mafia
Yeah, yeah.
sale is pretty big if you're interested in Mafia. Like the entire series. Is
That's
on
right. The
sale.
whole series is like 85% off or something
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. So we go from that amazing, shocking, cool announcement of the Okami sequel, and we go into this closer, and we're thinking, what's this closer going to be? And you see it's a new game from Naughty Dog, and you're like, all right, wow, new game from Naughty Dog. This is going to be cool. They're not just making Last of Us anymore. and we get Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophets, which is a sci-fi single-player game apparently inspired by Cowboy Bebop. Thoughts?
Hell yeah.
I don't give a fuck about this game.
I want to see more about it.
I always say, like, when it comes to Naughty Dog, I think because of how much they've exhausted, like, the joke of remastering Last of Us and Last of Us being in our face, I feel like their real reputation's been kind of tarnished. Because for me, I'm excited because I'm like, all right, you're taking a team that's made really quality games and they're gonna get to do something different. So for me, like,
What is that
off
sound,
of that,
bro?
what is that? What's that? Oh, what?
What is that? What was that?
Ain't no fucking way, bro.
It sounded like someone was moving furniture. It was very weird.
Anyways,
Wait. You have to
Explain what the fuck
explain
it
what that
sounds,
was. What was that?
my drawing machine lost its mind, bro.
Oh, okay. It was your dryer. All right, continue.
Yeah, it's my dryer. I was saying, like, I feel like because of everything that's like been going on with the last 5 years, where they've just milked Last of Us a shit ton, the like real rep of the games has been hurt because they still make like quality games. Like their quality gameplay stuff is really good. And so for me, like, yeah, that trailer didn't really do shit for me until the end, where like they get like the weird looking alien with the cyber sword. I'm like, okay, this is, I think this will be a very cool game. But I understand like the inherent like start of it is kind of lame and just very like, all right, let's do the space thing again. But I don't know, off of the rep and then doing something maybe fun and inspired by Cowboy Bebop, I'm more invested.
Because that was the interesting. I maybe I'm like more sensitive to this because I cover anime a lot. But I feel like there's a lot of shit that says, well, we're inspired by Cowboy Bebop and Akira. And then it comes out and it's nothing like that at all. It's not that stylish. And I feel like I was just super, all three of us, honestly, me, Reagan, and Aru, all three of us were like not feeling this game whatsoever. Because
I get it.
one, the product placement, I think was like very egregious. And I understood why they were doing what they were doing to like give you the idea of a certain time period. But it did not come off as like classy to me. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a way to do it. And like, I think a good example of this is Pikmin, right? Like Pikmin, when you have the product placement in Pikmin, it's like funny, right? Because it's meant to be like a ruined Earth, and you're like, oh, okay, we're seeing Duracell batteries, and they're getting like cute names.
I didn't
Whereas
see
like
that much problem with it. To be
in this,
honest.
I feel like you had a Porsche spaceship with like a Sony Walkman machine with
I
like
thought
a
the
zoom
Sony
in
one
on
was the
Adidas
most
shoes.
tasteful one. I thought the Sony
Yeah, the
one was
Sony
the
one
one
makes
that clued
sense
me
at
in.
least.
Like,
It's
okay, so this
PlayStation.
is a PlayStation studio,
Right,
because they
right,
hadn't announced
right,
it at
right.
that point. The rest
Right.
was like, why is this a
The
Porsche
way-
rocket?
Right.
This is the way I view it. Like, they said that it's supposed to take place in 1986 in the real world, where technology has advanced extremely. So it's
Right.
like they're really trying to ground the player and immerse the player to make them understand, like, you know, this is the real world. We want to put you face first into this game, put you in the seats. And I guess they assume like the logos and all of that will help. Like, it's been done before, obviously, like Pikmin, Metal Gear. Like,
Yeah,
I get
Metal
it.
Gear,
It's,
right, yeah, exactly.
I don't see an issue with it. My issue is just Neil Druckmann. Like, honestly, I was kind of into the trailer at first, and then it started to dwindle. And then once it got to the end where it started listing shit, and they announced Neil Druckmann, I was like, oh, I'm out. I'm so done. Like, you could probably see it on my stream where I was reacting. Like, I just have no interest in it.
I think to me, it's just like, I also can't really even put my finger on it. I just feel like there's a lot of generic sci-fi trying to be like Guardians of the Galaxy stuff recently. It's happened a lot. I feel like Starfield had a little bit of this, but at least Starfield was kind of its own like, it was making its own kind of lore. You know what I mean? It was kind of its own thing. Whereas like this to me, obviously it's not going to play anything like it, but we were talking about this a lot in the show, was Concord, right? The look of Concord, the cassette futurism look of Concord, this looked a lot like that to me personally. And I feel like Naughty Dog, right, is known for Crash Bandicoot, and like even Uncharted to an extent can be kind of goofy. And I feel like the goofiness of those games outside of the product placement stuff didn't really land in this initial reveal trailer to me. I feel like this reveal trailer, if it would have been like goofier and funnier, or we would have seen like the characters goofing around or something, maybe I would buy more into the, oh, we're back to the fun Naughty Dog. But
I don't know. I didn't get that from this trailer. I got like generic sci-fi developed by the guys who make Last of Us, which sounds incredibly unappealing to me personally, but I understand there's a lot of people who would like it, you know.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to get that point of cross of, hey, we're setting our game in space, and don't worry, we're going to be a lot more unique and different from all the other games. It's hard to do that when your trailer is like 2 minutes of no gameplay and it's like talking between a
I would
character.
argue it's easier when there's no gameplay. I would argue it's easier to find the goofiness and to give something that's going to appeal to people.
Well, not all the
when
time,
there's not
because
gameplay.
it's not rooted in the actual game. It's pre-made to sell you on the game, but like it's not going to be in the final product. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
So like if I'm just seeing these two characters talk and I don't know anything about them at all because it's the first time I'm seeing it, and it's like exposition being thrown that we're just not aware of at all, I'm not going to be interested. Like the main premise of a game is the gameplay. So if I'm not getting any gameplay, how am I going to be interested in playing your game?
Yeah.
There's some studios that I feel like get away with just like the CG, like first reveal, just off of the name of who they are. I think that's like a very normal.
But I'm
thing.
also getting so annoyed by that because there's so many trailers where it's like brought to you by the studio from this and that.
Yeah, no.
Your studio doesn't have those people anymore.
I think
Your
if
studio's not
it's a
gonna have any
new
of those
IP,
people.
yeah, I think that new IPs should definitely reveal gameplay, right? But it's like if it's I don't know, like when Zelda's announced, I'm like, I'm good. Like that's hype enough. Or Smash is announced.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, well, I know what this is. But yeah, I get it. Like a new IP I feel like should always debut with like gameplay because you're just like, oh, I don't know. I came into this not knowing anything and I left it not knowing anything.
This is my. Or at least
I would argue. I would argue
what gameplay is going to be. Like I thought, Witcher 4 was all CGI, but
you have an
Cersei
idea of what the game.
fighting,
Yes,
so you
exactly.
feel more what it's going to be.
Exactly.
You see who fight?
Cersei.
Siri.
Is it Siri?
Cersei. Yeah, it is Siri.
Okay.
From my perspective, I think these games that are coming out, like the Naughty Dog games, like Last of Us, Intergalactic, that type of shit. I think there's a shift that's going on in the game industry where they want to shift more into telling a story, and that's why we're getting loads of introductions from celebrity actors and stuff like that, and it's more dialogue and performance based instead of gameplay based. And when it is gameplay based, you're seeing a lot of the same gameplay. I mentioned it again. Remember McDareth when we were watching the thing, and I was like, oh, if you look at it, this gameplay over the shoulder shooter is the exact same as Turok.
Yeah.
There's so much gameplay that feels so similar now because it's just either it's easy to do and that's the format, or that they just understand that's what the masses feel like playing.
And I the point I want to make too is not that like I actually think what Fidel was bringing up with like the idea that certain developers have the caliber to just make an announcement and people get excited. Like I totally think Naughty Dog has earned that. Even as somebody who doesn't like Naughty Dog games primarily, I'm like, I do think they can kind of get away with it. All I said was that this trailer specifically coming off of like a lot of this kind of generic, I feel like for a time everything was zombies. You know what I mean? There was like 2 years ago everything was zombies, and now I feel like everything is this type of sci-fi. And I'm just kind of tired of it. And I thought like, oh, if they're going to make something new, I'm excited to see what Naughty Dog is going to do. Because, you know, I was not a Last of Us fan, but I would be open to seeing what like a new franchise from them would look like. And then I saw this, and even from the teaser, I was just like out, you know. So it is what it is. But I would love to be wrong. I'd love to be wrong. I'd love for the game to be great and for them to be something.
I don't.
But yeah, you actively are wishing for the downfall of this game.
I do not like Neil Druckmann at all.
Okay, well, there you go. You heard it from Coast. There you go.
Fuck that guy.
I will say though, I do think they could have ended with Witcher. I do think Witcher. I think it would have been a good opener, and Witcher would have been a good ending. Yeah.
Yeah, someone with like no stake in either franchise, or well, I haven't played a Naughty Dog game for literally decades. I think the last one I played was probably like Jack and Daxter. I never played the Uncharted games. Never played Last of Us.
You've never played Last of Us, really?
No. I might watch the TV show.
The show is good. I'll say the show's legitimately good.
I don't really have much drive to play the game, but as someone who again hasn't played the Witcher series, just I felt like the trailer for The Witcher 4 was just a lot more impactful and a lot like the way that they kind of showed the content of the trailer. I just thought was a lot stronger.
Right on. By the way, I have to give a quick shout out. Coast, not Coast. I'm sorry, I read this
Sure,
as
I'll take
Coast.
your shout out.
No. Well, Coast is great. Go follow Coast. Go subscribe and follow Coast. Absolutely. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, Games Cage Fidel is wrapping up currently because he's packing to come to LA.
What?
So he wanted to say goodbye. We'll see you soon. And so he left, and then also Tito had to leave as well. So the two of them just bounced. So you just got the five of us for the very end of the show. But honestly, is there anything else to
Oh,
really
there's
discuss?
definitely.
Oh well, what else?
I got something to end on if we're ending it
Let's
right
go.
here.
Let's
Wait,
go.
Alright.
before you do that, can we put the Hyperlight Breaker trailer on stream?
Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's pull it up.
Yeah.
Let's
When I
go.
release stream, I'll post it in podcast.
Absolutely, we could pull that up on stream. Let's go. Get a good solid promo in here.
Where the hell that joint at, bro?
In the podcast channel,
Hyper
bruh.
Light Breaker, this one?
There you
Yeah,
go, right
boy.
there. Click it, click it.
Give me 1 sec, man.
Yeah, show it in Discord too if you can.
I will, my brother.
By the way, man, I ordered from this it's like a fried rice place for dinner.
Oh
And you
yeah, I
get
heard.
short
Could
ribs?
hear you chewing.
Oh, it's delicious. This is delicious. It's got this good garlic sauce. Man, oh man, is it good.
Off-brand games had layoffs apparently.
Yeah. So what that was is the actual games part is still there. It's the production side
Oh.
is what they're shutting down, which to me feels like the death of Beyond the Summit again, because like that's what
Yeah.
Off-Brand was spun up to basically do, but they couldn't make that affordable. So Ludwig is still going to run stuff, and I'm guessing he's going to hire some of those people just under him and have just less staff working on that, and then they're still going to do the game side.
Oh, you said that, and that reminded me for some reason. Obviously, we're not going to go over all of them because there's so many different Switch 2 rumors that are going on right now. But there was apparently a leak of a 3D print of the model that was used for one of the cases. But essentially, it's just that the Switch 2 looks exactly like what we expected it to look like. It just basically has an additional
Presumably.
capture button. Yeah, presumably, it has an additional capture button, and the top has like a USB-C. That's about it. All right, let's play this trailer. Let's see this good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Let's go.
Hi everyone, Michael Clark, lead producer for Hyperlight Breaker here, and on behalf of all of us at Heart Machine,
Early access might be just
Once you
these
start the
three
process of
working
Yeah,
teleporting
early
back,
access is just
you'll need to
these
do
three.
whatever
We've
it
got
takes
more
to
now.
survive and make it back to base in one piece.
Is there a
Once
lore
you're back
reason
at the
why he has a
base,
tail?
You can prepare for your next run again. Return to the Overgrowth to take on one of the crowns.
That's cool.
It's just kind of
Crown
the
fights are
part of
challenging
the
yet fun,
race/species.
and will put your combat skills to the ultimate test. Dro, the female Wolven warrior here, clearly doesn't give you much breathing
Oh,
room.
now this looks
To stand a
sick. I was
chance
gonna say
against
this
her,
fight
you'll
looks
need to be
awesome.
quick on your feet and find the right time to strike. For early access launch, there will
Yeah,
be two
the
powerful
boss fights
crowns
can
to
get
fight,
pretty hectic.
including
You
Dro,
gotta be-
and more
you
will
gotta
be
keep on
added
your
throughout
toes.
early access.
I love the design of that guy too, with like the bones
Death
and
doesn't
everything.
mark the end of your adventure in Hyper Light Breaker. It's just the beginning, as you'll be able to make progress in multiple ways in between runs back at the Cursed Outpost. From improving your stats, to getting new abilities and gear, or decoding memories to piece together each crown's story.
Now this is early
Trying and
access.
retrying
Is your
will allow you
save
to get
data going to
stronger,
carry over
help
when the
Cursed
final game comes
Outpost
out?
flourish, and be one step closer to
That's a
completing your
good
mission,
question. I'm
stopping the Abyss
actually not
King.
sure on the answer to that.
Along with this, the
'Cause if it
Overgrowth
does,
will
I'm definitely
completely
playing this.
reset. So you'll be able to explore.
I got
new
a couple
version
friends
of
I can
it
play this with.
biomes
I know,
that have
I
changed
know,
from the
I
last
got
cycle.
a solid group
Prepare
of
to
people
never
that I
see
can
the
hit
same
up for
world
playing
twice
this.
as you'll collect, explore,
It's definitely
and
best
destroy
played
in
on
Hyper Light
It's the
Breaker.
most-
Oh, 100%, of course.
Early access launch will be just the beginning for Hyper Light Breaker, as it will evolve and be shaped by you all, our amazing community. We've mentioned we already have some content plans in mind, including adding more breakers, crowns, gear,
Oh,
and more.
well, that's the answer to my
But we'll be
question.
getting your
There you
feedback
go.
on what else you'd like to see. We want you to be part of the game's development journey, so we hope you join us in the Overgrowth, and will be with us every step of the way when Hyper Light
Wait, so
Breaker
if we
launches
play
in
the
Steam
early access, we could stay
on January
all of Japan
14th,
time work on this game?
2025.
There you go. Japan time's first game. Hyper Light Breaker. There you go. That'd be awesome. Well, sick, man. Very cool trailer. I'm glad we got to watch that and react to it together. How are we wrapping this up, Coast? You said you got something for us?
All right.
Is it going to be another game?
No, so unfortunately, it's not a game today.
Okay.
Some people may expect now at the end of every show, but it's something even better than the game. As you all remember, last year we had a little event called the Japan Time Awards 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's coming to that time of the year where another one
That's
might
right.
roll around, right? So I'm proud to announce that today the the voting for the Japan Time Awards is now open. I'm going to link you guys the Google form right here. Shofu, if you want to pull it up. If you want to pull it up and show on stream, we go through the categories. I'll also link it in the chat. Okay, I got timed out in Shofu's chat, but
I got you. Don't worry.
there we go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we can go over this.
There we go.
Guys, get to voting. The voting will be up until the next show, so make sure you get your votes in.
There's good options on here. Wait a minute.
There is. So we can go over each category right now.
Let's do it.
That in the
Yeah, pop
Discord
this up
again.
here. We'll see. So first category, we got Nintendo Game of the Year,
Yes, sir.
which is Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remastered, Princess Peach Showtime, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, Emio the Smiling Man, that's my vote, fantastic. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Super Mario Party Jamboree, also could potentially be my vote, and Mario and Luigi Brothership. Those are the nominees for Nintendo Game of the Year.
Yep.
Next up, we got Game of the Year, which is exactly the same as the Game Awards, Astrobot Rebirth, Metaphor, Wukong, Balatro, Elden Ring, but we also threw Stellar Blade
Quite
in there.
literally
because
did
it's
not play a
Ring.
single one of these games this year.
But it's literally the Game Awards plus Stellar Blade right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Hold on. Wait, my thing just crashed. Wait a minute. Give me a second. Hold this back up. There we go. We got most anticipated game. Oh, I like that you just added this one on here since it got announced yesterday. We got 2XKO, Death Stranding on the Beach, Monster Hunter Wilds, Ghost of Yote, Grand Theft Auto 6, Pokemon Legends Zaza, The Witcher 4, and Okami's sequel.
Yep.
Very, very cool stuff. Oh, you got some good nominations here. Anime. Oh my God, I'm seeing one down here. Anime of the year. We got Dandadan, Frieren, Apothecary Diaries, Dungeon Meshi, Mushoku Tensei, Look Back, and Mashal.
Yeah, okay.
I've
Why
only
is
watched the
jobless
first two.
on this?
Don't worry,
Definitely
man.
not- Definitely not
I
jobless.
didn't finish
Don't
it.
worry, man.
Out, people.
We got big. This is crazy. Biggest disappointment. We got Concord,
The
Twitch,
entirety of Twitch.
Yep, all of Twitch.
Madam Web, still no
on,
Silk
dog.
Song, Drake, and the U.S. presidential
Come
election.
on, dog.
This is insane, man.
Get to voting. Get to voting because
This
you already know what
category's
happened one
honestly
time.
fire though. Biggest redemption. This is also interesting. We
Bro,
got
are you fucking
Game
crazy?
Awards. Biggest redemption. We got the Game Awards, the Pokemon Cipher,
This is insanity.
Capcom, Halo, Kyrie Irving, and Thorfinn as biggest redemption. Very interesting there. Okay. Coast went hard on these. Best piece of merch. We got the Japan Time clock, the Japan Time messenger bag, the Japan Time hoodie, the Japan Time button up, the Japan Time patches, and the Japan Time playing cards.
Yeah, please vote in this category for sure so we can gauge on what other
What people
merch we
want.
can bring along. So
For sure.
Yeah, that's
For
the
sure.
most important one.
Our funniest show moment nominations for this year are the worst cast member of 2023, Zeph dying before the Pokemon Cipher, the dissertation, the sizable, massive epic from one of the game shows, and what's a BBL? Was that me? Did I
That
say
was
what's
you.
a BBL?
Yeah, that was you.
That's crazy. I know what a BBL now is, thankfully, thanks to you guys. You educated me.
Yeah, so this category added Fidel. for obvious
Unironically, I think
reasons.
Ricky might win this shit, bro.
Yeah.
I actually think Ricky has been on most of them. He didn't make it today, but we're doing it on Friday instead of the normal Monday. So he probably would have been here if it was on Monday.
I brought back the most likely category, but we switched up the nominations here. So
So this is most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse.
yeah.
Got you. So that's all of us. Then we got most
Add
likely
Aru to these as well.
Instantly
Oh, for
ruling
sure.
out
Yeah, we
Fidel.
got it.
Holy shit.
to live in a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I don't think so.
Most likely to not wash their hands in public. Don't even include me on this list. Most likely to get a tramp stamp. What the fuck?
That's a
That's
good
on
one.
there.
I like that one. Most
Insane.
out of pocket member. That makes sense. We had that last year. Best gamer.
Yeah, I added best gamer this
Best
year.
I like that. I like that. A lot of us
If
have
we're
been
talking
gaming
about
this
game
year.
awards, we need a best gamer.
I like that. I like best
What
gamer.
does that actually mean though?
It's just who's the best at
For the
games.
video
Who
games,
do they
yeah.
think is the best
Makes
gamer
sense
in the
to me.
in the podcast?
I don't even fucking know. How do I even gauge that?
Well, they'll
You
figure
always
it out.
say you. Yeah, we'll
Well,
find
we
out.
all can
figure it
roll
out.
out one of these pretty easily.
Yeah, McDareth, because I beat him at Pokken, so for sure we can roll.
Yeah, no.
You walked right into
Worst
that one.
cast member.
Nah.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, brought
cast
back
member
worst
sponsored by
cast-
Wendy's.
Yep. So Wingstop
Bro,
unfortunately did
where's
not
my
want to
bread
sign up
at?
again.
Where's my bread?
Unfortunately, Wingstop did not want to sign on again this year. So
Fair enough.
we have a new sponsor this year, Wendy's.
So Wendy's, sponsored by Wendy's, your favorite cast member. Then we also have worst cast member as well. Fantastic.
Episode of the year.
And then episode of the year.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm between two on these, but I'm not gonna throw my
I don't even fucking remember.
I can throw my hand in. We got Pokemon Zaza, which was, of course, the announcement of Pokemon Legends. All Hail Shadow, which was the Shadow Generations podcast with McDareth on the thumbnail. It's a pretty good thumbnail. Ninject It Directly in My Veins, which is the big summer Nintendo Direct. The One True Mario tier list. I genuinely forgot that we did that episode. And then this is a good one. Canada in Shambles. This is when all the Drake stuff was coming out and the
Yeah.
Knuckles show was airing. That was a good one. Canada in Shambles, that's right. Rest in Peace, Akira Toriyama, which of course that was I think it was one of the last Rebirth episodes. We were talking about the ending of
Yeah.
Rebirth plus the passing of Akira Toriyama, so very newsworthy. With the Evo episode, the Evo special, Evo 2024, where all of us played Fatal Fury, and Sound the Alarmo, which is probably the most out-of-pocket thumbnail that I've ever done, which was like the World War II bomber dropping clocks on London with Goku in the front and then a giant hand slamming down on the Alarmo clock, making a Lenny face. So yeah, a lot of good categories this year. Thank you again to Coast for putting this together. Round of applause to Coast. Honestly, there should be a category most cast member that put in the most work on the episodes
All
this
right,
year.
brother.
Because I feel like you'd win that one pretty handily. I feel like in terms
Oh
of
yeah,
good
get your
segment.
votes in, guys.
Okay,
We'll be showing off the winners next podcast episode, which will be actually will it be 2 weeks from Monday?
It's Monday the 30th. Yeah, so it's going to be
Okay.
Monday the 30th. So let's see. Monday the 16th
Fidel and I are going to be at a thing, so we can't do it, which is why we moved it. Monday the 23rd, I think most of us are going to be traveling, and also it's like the day before Christmas Eve, so it's
Yeah.
like we're not doing that.
Ideally, I'm hoping that over the weekend, we'll record a Sonic Movie 3 discussion, and that should go up on that Monday.
Oh, good. Okay, that's good. Good. And then so the next show will probably be the 30th. So that'll be our last show of the year. Is that going to be the reveal of the Japan Time Awards then? Is going to be the next show?
We'll be showing off the winners then.
Okay, great, cool. That's going to be a good way to end it. Wow. Okay. Well, this is going to be the way we're ending tonight's episode. So thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in. A very, very nice, jam-packed news show. Thanks for being here. We'll be back on December 30th with the finale of this season of Japan Time. Thanks again for tuning in. And make sure to subscribe to the Japan Time YouTube channel, Japan Time Podcast on YouTube. Any other final plugs, McDareth? Anything we gotta talk about?
I got one.
Oh, let's go, Shofu. Let's go.
Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with
what's he
Kaya.
doing, bro?
That's all I have.
I'm eating right now, so there you go. Thanks, Kaya.
Yeah, there's two different merch stores you can support. You can go to WDFA/shop or .shop. Did I say that wrong?
It's WDFAshop.com, bro.
There you go. WDFAshop.com. Pick up some Cypher merch. Support Shofu for the Pokemon Cypher.
Right.
I know my shirt and hoodie just came in from that. You can also go to fifthspace.com/JapanTime. Pick up some Japan Time merch and support the show.
Sorry, I had ribs in my mouth. Good night, everybody.
God damn.
Hungry ass boy.
Couldn't help himself until the show actually ended.